be a part of the complain gang. I don't want to be in a chain gang known as the complain gang. Okay, I don't care what cult or what LARPing. Hold on, Mr. Business. JR, please hold on. I'm not going to use any profanity, but I have come up with a way to reframe the situation, which I find beneficial. I call it complain gang, and if you have complaints, you're part of that gang, and that's what you don't want to be in is in a gang. Tiffany Sotheby is complete. I hope I was succinct.
That's so gay that I would literally create a cult to go after you. Literally create a cult to go
What people don't understand is, yeah, these Mason groups are sometimes ambivalent to each other. They don't like each other, but their goals are relatively the same. One world order, control, one world government. They just have different methodologies how to get in there.
No, I don't think so. I think if you watch Disney, the way that they set up the Siths versus the Jedi, so there are knights in this country. I would consider myself a knight. I'm a commissioned officer.
Tiffany, this is what you're using as evidence is literally like the whole history of the world of aesthetics and the world of art. Like, this is Germanic pagan imagery. This is like biblical imagery. This is not unique to any occult. You have to understand who these people, the writers of Star Wars and the people behind the scenes are. These are, think about what UCLA is. Those people go around in their literary departments, get all the motifs and things that they can get, and then they mix and match things in order to create stories.
I know. I've read the dust. Hold on, gentlemen. I have read the Dust Jacket to Dune. I have read the Dust Jacket to Dune.
Malevolent, but it's actually not. It's literally just random, usually Jewish kind of scholars putting together things, romanticizing about their wandering in the desert, and that's like the.
Well, why do you keep saying that romanticizing is bad? You're part of that complaint gang. I've identified you. You're a gang member. Sorry, Infinity. Until you gang out, I can't talk to you anymore. You're a gang member of the complaint gang, bro.
All it is that Walt Disney, first and foremost, Infinity, he was a 33-degree Mason and he was a radical anti-Semite. Right? I mean, this is legit stuff. So you're just proving the point even further.
No,
right?
but there's nothing wrong with being a Mason. You guys pretend as if like these are nefarious things. The question is, why are you not part of something?
No, we don't.
Why are you complaining about something that's not even you're not even a part of?
No,
you're not part of any of this stuff.
Do you want to be part of Epstein Island? Go be part of it.
No, but wait. Can you cite for me evidence that Epstein Island equals the masonry or something?
I wouldn't be part of any of that. That's what I wouldn't be part of that stuff.
Listen, a lot of people LARP it. I think a lot of people LARP it.
It literally is the epitome of like, if you want to diagnose psychosis, you literally just have to bring up masonry.
Well, you could bring up Christianity. You could bring up Islam. What is your point? You're complaining.
You were saying earlier, Tiffany, that people are illiterate and people don't know how to read. This is the consequence of that.
I agree. It's a database. Books are external hard drives.
It's all conspiracy.
Books are external hard drives, and most people don't have access to external hard drives, aka books.
Yeah, but they're looking at the world and they're looking at symbolism. Why is a fire hydrant red and yellow rather than blue or green?
Because red is the opposite of water, and it's an alert symbol.
Easily seeable thing.
Okay, so there we go. We have two explanations. One is a naive, childish one that businessman gave. Oh, it's evolutionarily red means danger, and so we have to find it. And then we have Tiffany, which gave us another delusional one, which is it's
delusional. Delusional. I gave you the Tao. I gave you the opposite.
Wait. So which one is Masonic and which one is not?
You're a Socratic guy, but you're a farmer, man. You try to look up.
It's different color in different countries, by the way.
Sometimes the simpler answer is the answer, but the problem is you're a sophist. You don't work with your hands.
Yeah, you're doing orator. You're an oratorist. You're just using your lips. You don't even know how to meditate, Infinity. You don't even know how to go quiet.
Listen, Infinity, I have an important question for you. I want to close your eyes and go travel to Epstein Island. Okay? Tell me about the imagery there. Tell me about. Don't laugh, JR.
I see the image. I see Bill Clinton sitting on a chair pointing at you.
No, I'm just telling you. What do you think? What do you think about the imagery of the different Mamluk and different ancient Arab.
Look, Nickelodeon, I got your reference. I tuned into your conspiracy theory.
Listen, answer me. Why does the Ellen show look exactly like that? What are those?
Because Ellen's a lesbian. You have to understand something about what those woke academics
So with
are.
Infinity, gentlemen, I have a big question for Infinity. Who was JFK referring to when he said secret societies are an enigma to the country, to the society, to the culture?
Infinity's answer, well, it depends what you mean by secret. And the word secret
by the way,
comes
Infinity,
Well, it's called the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Or maybe it's even the Secretary of State, the keeper of secrets.
One night I pulled up the speech, even played it for him. He said it's a great speech, but he still acts like the secret societies are great for us.
Of course.
You remember this is
Look,
right before he shot it.
Secret societies exist. You're not in them, so you're just complaining.
This is my analysis, all
There's
right.
no role in the free society.
Wait, hang on. This is my analysis about Tiffany and his types. They're really stuck on a sensual level. They cannot get past that. That's point number one. Look, I don't know why we have to explain anything. I mean, let them. And the other is way too transactional.
No, wait. Why don't you you don't understand that we don't like secret societies. Some of us don't like
We
them.
love secret societies.
How they are, man. Like, what the fuck?
Everyone loves secret societies. You're just not in it. That's why you don't like it.
That's possibly, but then you can't say everyone
Yeah.
loves them.
So it's like you. It's
Look,
like an alchemist
Everyone who's outside of them
spitting on the
hates them.
PhDs, even though he's not part of it, because he pretends that he's better than them.
Infinity. Before, no one even knew they existed, and now everyone who knows hates them. So that's fine. Maybe I'm just.
That's not true at all.
That is true. That is true.
Everyone knows about it now, only after 2014, 15. Nobody knew Bohemian Grove, CFR. Nobody knew any of these.
Everyone literate did know.
Nobody knew Skull and Bones. If you were
Everyone
talking
literate knew.
Listen, if you were talking Skull and Bones in 2014, 15, if you were saying Epstein, they were calling you a goddamn
Okay, I have a question for you. Who was Kant part of? Which secret society was Immanuel Kant part of?
Listen, I'm talking about recent history in life.
No, this is recent history. All your ideologies at university being educated on are part of a secret society. You're not even aware of your children are learning your children are learning the readings of these secret society people.
Can you agree that?
And you're complaining about a fucking masonry.
Okay, I'm going to try to kill a possum, which is currently raiding my community garden. I kind of feel bad that I'm going to try to kill it, but I also feel like I fucking kind of injured this thing last time. I'm surprised it's still alive. If we can even still see him. Oh, there he is. See him? Didn't get it. Fucking thing ran. The pellet gun wasn't working that well. Poor little thing.
You need to read the Golden Bow. That's all. You need to read the Golden Bow. Look up James Fraser Golden Bow.
There's no defense for something like the royal.
Yes, there is. There absolutely is.
I bet you would say the King Charles is right too. You'll listen for him.
No, that's not the. That's not the.
Yeah,
that's
no,
not the
why not?
point.
That's structure. Your good structure. Your good deep state.
No, I'm not a geo. I don't sit for the English crown. But
Why-
to pretend that I am
Why would you sit for Skull and Bones? Why would you sit for Skull and Bones?
Evital, can I just interrupt you, Evital?
is far more important to us than the British crown.
Evital, I gotta tell you, this guy is Canadian. You have to understand his position and his perspective. He's a Canadian. We are
It's like watching
Americans.
a TV show. He's like he's watching Nickelodeon.
Yeah, he as an outsider, I'm sorry, Infinity, but you cannot see our perspective.
Tiffany, you're the kind of guy that would look at an Agori in India and say that's the Masonic people. That's what you come from.
They do eat people.
No, but they're not in control. No one would say that.
Yeah, you don't know that. You don't know that.
Dude, I know that because they're hanging out by the river all the time. Of course you know that.
Yeah, maybe Abdul, you should ask yourself, maybe this is not a single community. Maybe this is a multi-branched institution that has multiple layers, and they're not operating in a centralized fashion that you're imagining them to be. They're only centralized at the level of the bureaucracy, but you're trying to frame everything as if like the Agodis are not spies. We call them spashas in Sanskrit.
There are corrupt secret societies in India too for many years. So the Fed Reserve.
No, we are the
you have
to understand something, Abtol.
Many different.
Abtol, your conception of a secret society is just so detached from reality.
Taking lions that did not originate in Sanskrit. Okay, they're taking goddamn Lion Club, Rotary Club, any other fucking.
Okay, what's the history of these institutions that you're referring to?
They're Masonic.
Okay, so Masonry has roots where?
From the Greco-Roman roots.
Okay, where did those have roots?
It wasn't in India.
Where were the roots?
The roots of this shit is in the Middle East, man. That's what
No, they're not. They're not biblical. No. You think the anti-Semitism of Europe is symbolically? Wait. You think the anti-Semitism of Europe are coming from the Middle East? I mean, come on.
Close your eyes and go to a Masonic temple with me if you've ever been to one.
Hasn't. He has never.
Your vision of a Masonic temple is they're gonna have ball or something sitting there. That's not the system.
Listen, there's one on every street corner.
You've never been in the Masonic temple.
You don't know what Gothic architecture is, Gothic Christianity is. You don't know what any of these orders are. Stop making judgments about them.
Infinity. Have you ever been in a Masonic temple?
Just stop making judgments about them. Just stop making judgments about them.
A simple question, Evita. It's a simple question.
No, but if you haven't, would you allow me to tell you that it's not like a ball?
No, but I don't think you haven't been to any. You've been to no secret society.
Dude, I have been invited.
Maybe the only secret society that you've been to is like an academic scholar, alumni, funding grab institution or something.
Listen, I've been invited to the Freemasons for almost 20 years. Okay, I'm not interested in any way. I believe they killed JFK. I don't believe in that stuff. I think they're sick.
Infinity. If you actually had the real world problems, you would know that the secret societies, a lot of them are doctors, lawyers, engineers.
Yeah,
that's what I'm educating you on. You're pretending like the most educated professional class of society are conspiring to destroy society. Your logic doesn't make sense.
You're neither of them in this sense.
I don't think they're.
You're neither a businessman either.
They're conspiring to control it in a good way.
No, they already do. They already do.
If they do, then why so much volatility in them?
Because there's something higher. There's something higher working rather than just a level of professional utilitarianism.
This is their plan.
That's That's the part you're not transcending to.
So you think the Freemasons are still in control? There's no change in plans?
No, Freemasons are no longer the predominant society that controls. That is a fact.
What about when Bush?
You can tell from the aesthetic of Hollywood onwards that they are no longer the symbolic. They're no longer the symbolic society.
Listen, Anu. I'll tell you when you're right or wrong. I do agree that there's been a change of guard in the secret society. I'll give you that, Anu.
Okay, give me 10 Jewish secret societies. Businessman, go.
I don't fucking know them off by name, but just know they exist.
Okay, so you can't name one. This is why you need to be educated before you make a judgment.
The fucking Andromeda galaxy to know it fucking exists? Like, bro, you're simple-minded thinking, bro. This is the problem. Do I have to name all the fucking stars?
Just name me two. Just name me two. Name me two. Name me two Jewish secret societies.
I just know they exist, man. That's all I need to know for myself.
No, they don't exist. See, this is the best part. You drunk the Kool-Aid. The only secret societies you know about are the ones that no longer exist at the level of scale that you're pretending to
do. Do you know how long business and I have sat in rooms and talk about the Chabad tunnels and who runs
Yeah,
it.
you know what you guys sound like? You sound like the people that are saying that ancient Egyptians were African Americans or something. That's what you're sounding like.
What do you think those tunnels were for, by the way, Mr. Smarty Pants?
All right, which tunnels in New York?
Chabad,
You mean the ones in New York?
Yes, speaking of secret societies.
Yeah, what's about the
Hold on, gentlemen. Can we just agree that there's good and evil, and we don't have to categorize and just say that some people choose to do good, some people choose to do evil?
Have a desire to say, let's just accept everyone is good and evil. What is this?
I don't think they're Jewish.
I'm not Jewish. I'm just saying. I'm a baptized Christian. I'm just saying that I believe that even within Christianity.
Just don't ruin her name.
Yeah, like I said, the Chabad, you got the Kabbalah. Like I said, at the end of the day, right? You don't need to know everything of every person, every single name to know that these things exist out of control. Right? That's your problem. You can. The problem with you is you sit around and you dick around on the books all day, but you're not actually doing real action, right?
You have no idea what you're talking about, bro. Just
Stop
stop it.
talking about it.
Just stop it. You're a sophist. Every single
You're the guy when Aristotle said, "Be careful."
Listen. Every single person at the top of these secret societies are intimately twined with the universities of today. That's something you would never even think about.
Look,
You think secret societies are connected to FBI and some dumb shit like that. They're not.
Me in business.
You have no idea. You have no idea the chain of command. You have no idea where the influences are. You have no idea. You have no idea why they're doing what they're doing. You're only pretending to create associations between
I'm sorry. Listen.
power and secret societies.
Listen. We believe there are some good secret societies in there. I mean, you're strawmanning that all secret societies are bad is our point.
No, that's what you guys said. So all I'm saying is there are some that will be corrupt, but the real secret societies, you don't know about them.
There are some that are real.
They're secret for a reason. The moment you
Oh
know
my
about the
God,
society,
Infinity! You're repeating stuff that has already happened. You guys are just repeating everything is already known. There are no secrets.
Let me educate you on something. I'm just going to listen, and you'll learn something.
JR is trying to speak.
None of
one gets to speak in Zoom, man. Like this is a problem with
Yeah, I know. You gotta let.
None of the secret societies. None of the secret societies are publishing things in English. They have their own system of language. Listen, you dumb shit. I'm telling you how they're working. He can be persuasive, but let me teach you something. Every secret society has their own language. Every secret society has their own language. So you will never be able to cite something to me in English and say that's what that secret society said. You don't know what these institutions are. I have a question for you. How many languages?
You can't just keep asking questions, keep talking, and then end it with a question.
This is just conspiracy.
This is not a fucking conversation, man. This is like a one-sided.
You don't know how conspiracy theories work. You guys are just coping. You're coping,
we understand your point. Do you understand our point?
No, I don't, because your points are just lumping things together that don't make any sense.
Can I summarize in one sentence? There are some secret societies that are a problem. Now, you can't understand, and at least understand that we have...
Which secret societies do you have in mind that are a problem?
Hello. Can you accept that you understand our position?
No, you don't get to step outside the conversation.
G20, Bilderberg.
Person.
There's many.
I'm talking from the position of business and my discussion with you over the last 30 minutes.
Name the secret society that is not the Masons.
Do a name quiz.
Yes, you do. Because you guys are pretending. You're pretending as if you know what these secret societies are.
See, what's the CFR? What's the CFR, Infinity?
You don't know how symbolism works. You don't know how language. You have no idea how language works. You guys are just you're making all your shit up and just lumping a bunch of things.
Infinity. Why can't you talk with some decorum? Are you on drugs or something? I mean, I'm sitting here smoking weed, having a beer.
There's
like,
no
why?
decorum here because you guys are saying dumb shit.
Okay, well then you're so aggressive. It sounds to me like you're not a happy person. You're part of the complaint gang.
He's happy.
Really? He's a part of the complaint gang. He's complaining about us.
Why is this man who was jerking off in bed last night pretending like he's not unhinged? Come on, man. You literally are the epitome of unhinged.
I was with a beautiful baby at her condo downtown last night. What are you talking about?
Yeah, your hand is not a beautiful baby.
All right, Infinity. You seem to know everything, even my sex life. Congratulations! Wow, you're a genius. Are you rich?
I don't know. When you call your sexual significant other your baby, and you use this kind of pedophilic language, that is big flex for me.
My baby, she's 30 years old. She's a hot, big titty biomechanical engineer. What is your point, Infinity?
With intel agencies, we can agree that secret intel agencies, there's a good role for them. The good people need to be in.
Okay, intel agencies, yes. You know what? Intel agencies, yes, you're right. For example, we have the Department of Medicine, and we have a subsection called cardiology. The cardiology go unhinged. The Department of Medicine is unhinged. No, you're conflating Masonic secret societies with like fucking sub-bureaucracies of a bureaucracy.
It's obvious that Infinity is a master Mason.
Other people go here, or this is
Infinity, are you a Mason?
No, he's not. He doesn't actually have contact with real Masons, right?
Masons are the most useless. They're dead. They don't exist anymore.
Really?
They're trying to revive something. They're not part of the actual mainstream.
You have never been. You're not a working guy. You're not a business guy. You haven't been to these union halls. You haven't been to the Canadian Association.
You're basically You're just
consuming.
consuming.
You haven't worked for Rockefeller-based companies.
You're the guy that pays a few $100 million for.
Come on, please.
You're a guy that all you do is theory. You'll read about how to fuck with them.
Hold on. Infinity, you just said the Masons have broke down. They're no longer in contention. They used to be a.
They're not real anymore at all.
But they went off the rails. They broke down as a secret society.
No, they got assassinated. There's a whole history that you're gonna have to
They
learn.
fell out of power, or something happened.
Yes.
It's no longer valid, right?
It's not relevant
You just said
anymore.
that secret society can never go out of power.
Secret society does not. Masonry is not secret.
Was a secret
Masonry was. That's the key word.
I know,
Was.
Yeah, well,
Why can't we just admit that it's a networking group? But again, I go back to the point that it's good versus evil, evil versus good.
This is what they sell to you. You guys are not in these things. You're not at the IQs. You're not at the IQs of how these things work. So they just give you a narrative that says,
we can't read books, Infinity? Oy vey, this one, wow.
You guys are operating, you're fucking thinking, listen. You guys you think secret societies is like Kanye writing an album?
That I agree.
And then putting
Kanye writing an album?
Pretending that that's masonry or something.
Infinity to Tiffany, Tiffany to Infinity, Infinity to Tiffany. Can't we just be honest that your green bean is set? I first just want to say the green bean to me means management. And I got to tell you, you don't have the respect of your employees if you consider yourself management, sir.
I would never pay you. I would never put you on the payroll, good sir. Never.
Well, it doesn't really matter. The point is you think you're something special, but what makes you think you're so special?
I'm just being, you're underestimating me. Because I'm telling you, everything you're saying about secret societies is wrong. But you don't even know that secret societies have their own language. You're still speaking in fucking vernacular and pretending that the symbolism has to do with the language of our people.
We're more concerned.
You have no idea. You guys are basically like lower management Masons or something. You're pretending to be part of something you're not.
I know, we give you that. You know the origin, the
big
language
ego problem,
okay?
right there.
But the post-World War II history,
Hempel used to be this kind of ego before, you know. Then he became a monstrosity.
Yeah, I mean, humility, Infinity, is actual grace of God. You have no humility, Infinity.
You should hang yourself if you think you're Masons. You're a disgrace to Western civilization.
Can I get a word in here, man? Like, I'm not even able to say it.
JR, you're just going to have to just go for it, and if he kicks you, he kicks you.
Look, shut the fuck up. Okay, look, here's the thing, right? In my opinion, this is a very speculative topic. No one in here, I don't think is ever even been to like Masonry or any of these secret societies. Point number one. Second is a very speculative topic. We don't know what the fuck. And I really think.
I've been to Masonic events. I have many Mason books.
Wait, hang on. I'm pretty sure maybe secret society exists, but that's everyone's
Rotary
taking
or Lions at least?
What?
Have any of you been to Rotary or Lions?
Yeah, I've been to Rotary before.
Yeah.
Same
Hello.
thing. It's Freemason. It's essentially Knights of Columbus or Teutonic Knights of Masonry. It's the cult of Mendes. They believe in Satan, Lucifer.
Funding from donors, okay? It's not that hard. Just because you funded something because someone convinced you of something doesn't mean you're part of the club.
You gotta be part of the club, man.
I only know underground.
I don't agree with it. I don't want to be part of those clubs. But you should.
Listen, you don't have to be a part of that club. Let's admit that the big tech companies are technically doing mind control, mass communication, hypnosis, and that's the real power. The Freemasons have no power. The Freemasons are essentially the ones fighting against the tyrannical power, which is now controlling the population.
Yes, that's the Jedi's and the Sith. Yes.
What don't you like about the good versus bad versus good? What makes you think you're so fucking special and sweet? I mean, why is your ego so big that you think that you're just like so unique and special?
I'll tell you why, Tiffany. Wait. I'll tell you why,
He thinks
Tiffany.
Drake was great, but Drake got.
If you're gonna listen, I'll tell you why.
He's the best guru. He thinks he's a Vishwamitra.
Yes, JR. Yes.
He sits at a bus stop one time in Toronto, and that's it. He just starts thinking.
I mean, have you even seen the movie Dune? The movie Dune perfectly, is a synopsis of the Mahdi or the Messiah. Donald Trump is the Messiah. He's going to rise to power in January, and he's going to save America. He's going to make America great again. He is the Mahdi. He's the Messiah. He's the chosen one. Our orange flash from the furnace.
To my left testicle, okay?
What is Donald Trump compared to your left testicle?
I said he's not even comparable to my.
Oh, so I think you're the kind of loser complaint gang guy that would have liked Matthew Crooks to assassinate our great president. Thus, don't ever come to America when Trump is president, because we will pick you up when you try to come into New York City, Miami, LA, wherever you come, Infinity. We will be waiting for you. We will put you in a prison. Me and a couple guys from Department of Homeland Security are gonna put your ass in jail, you fucking complaint gang bitch.
Okay, let me
Not that complaint gang. Not that complaint gang. Oh no. Fuck your ego, bro, and your stupid green bean. Suck my dick. My night. Yeah, exactly. You're a bitch, Infinity. Suck it, bitch. Suck it. Suck these big titties. Suck Tiffany Sotheby's big titties, bitch.
You can kick him. I'm not gonna kick him.
Come on, man. Let's cool down.
I'm cool, baby. I'm cool. I'm just saying, Infinity, you need to fucking get straight to the information and stop with your little baby games. You're talking like a child.
You're pretending like you have power. You don't. Stop it.
You're triggered about this issue.
Why do you think that Tiffany Sotheby doesn't have power?
Let me teach you something.
We've never
Let
gotten
me
close
teach
to
you
that.
something. Let me say something, please, and thank you.
Anuk is right.
So, when I said, JR, shut the fuck up. So when I said my left testicle, if anyone was initiated in the Masonic order, they would know the exact reference from Dante that I have referred to right there and then.
It doesn't matter.
You naive dumb fucks think that I'm referring to a physical, literal testicle, and you think I'm insulting. You don't know the language. You don't know the symbolism. You guys don't know what this shit is about.
You don't know your audience, nigga. You don't know your audience, Mr. Infinity Wars, because I will fight you forever, Infinity War. Hello, human. What information do you know? Infinity War knows of the left testicle of the Freemasonic secret wisdom scrolls. Oh my God, Infinity, say something smart.
That is what it's like. I hate to tell you.
But this is it right here. This is the mental retardation why we don't let you into the societies when you're mentally ill.
Oh my God! So you have proven you are a Freemason. Congratulations! Wow, your soup parties on Friday must be so exciting. What do you do on Tuesdays with all your friends? Oh my God, must be so much fun drinking beer in your suits after Tuesday work. The craft. Oh wow, the Masonic craft. Wow. We read books and give our money to a big old Mason hall. Wow, so cool. Let's go have a beer. Vote Trump and go to the gym.
Oh my God.
Yeah, this is the problem with a lot of you fucking people, man. You guys have To be honest with you, right? No common sense, big ego.
No, it's not about
ego.
ego. It's just stupidity. It's claiming that they know shit they don't know.
No one's stupid. Everyone shares some information.
Tiffany pretends to be bigger than Tiffany is.
Tiffany
She's a troll.
Tiffany Sotheby knows
Tiffany's
maxims,
trying to uncover her
aphorisms.
secret society.
Tiffany, I thought Tiffany was crazy, but
Listen, I want to make a challenge.
Tiffany is trying to discover which secret society is mine, and this is what makes it hilarious. And that's how delusional you guys are. Literally how delusional you are.
Listen, bro, you have a green bean. You're the center of attention. No one cares what secret society you're even in, dude. Listen, I've seen the movie Avengers. Wow, is that the secret society you're a part of? Holy shit, are you Thanos? Are you Thanos? Oh my god! Are you Thanos?
He's psychotic. That's all. I think he's psychotic.
He's got a big.
I really think Tiffany is psychotic.
He's also delusional too.
You mean I can't sit here in my underpants and film you while I smoke weed and drink beer and make fun of you?
You can film me. You can film me. You're just not educated. That's the only difference here.
Okay, Mr. Canadian Toronto doctor, I do your what do you tell your patients when they're obese?
The people who record other people to try to create some scenes are basically mentally retarded.
Okay, that's fine. I'm not a doctor. I don't plan on making $400,000 a year.
You're not anything. You're not any professional.
Really? I'm a troll. That's a profession nowadays.
Tiffany, I think Tiffany's growing on me. He's a fine guy, I think. Right.
I mean, he's
Listen,
really,
if this room is recorded, Tiffany's name has already been dropped. So if there was any moment he was recording, he'd be so stupid, literally, to be recording the conversation when his name is being dropped.
Tiffany Sotheby? My name is John Kitover, you idiot. You can text me pictures of your feet. 312-498-0517. I got nothing to hide over here.
Territorial shit he wants to pretend to be a part of.
I find him very smart guy. I don't know. I mean,
he's John Kitover.
Yeah, I would vote Trump and go to the gym right now if I wasn't talking to you guys. That's the truth.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and because you're impulsive and you're broken, you're not going to go. That's the whole point.
I might go. 10 o'clock, so it's 10 o'clock.
You're not going to go shit.
It's 9:45 p.m. Central Standard Time. I might go to the gym instead of going to the restaurant and be a good person and then go to the restaurant. That's what good people do. They work out, then they eat.
Come on, guys.
Tiffany, I'm with you, man. I like
This is your class of elites, Avtal, right here next to you, Tiffany.
Listen.
No, let him die. Let him die. Let him die. Let him die.
I want to be part of Tiffany's corpse.
Listen, if we were to go out tonight and we were to have a competition, who's going to get laid? Who do you think's going to get laid? This guy or this fucking brown guy from Canada? This fucking guy over here. Because this guy knows how to talk to people. Infinity doesn't know how to talk sweet to people because Infinity doesn't make love to women.
There it is. There's this Freudian Levitic theory coming.
Freudian Levitic. Let's hear some poetry, bitch. You want to hear some poetry?
If you're not nice to me, you're an incel. That's his model of the
you're
world.
in the humanities. You know about the concept of being human, and you have to maintain that even in your professional. It's very hard to do both things, but.
I'm sorry. You're literally look at the person next to you, Avtal. Avtal, look at who's next to you. Just look at his picture. Look at his account.
Look at my titties. Look at my huge tits. Look at my huge ass. Look at my cell phone, my Apple 13, and my huge tits. Look at my hair. Look how hot I am. I am curved. Like the goddess Asi, who sits in the center of the earth, that beautiful ass, those great tits. You take yourself so seriously, Infinity. Get a life.
This is what you get with these secular Jews.
Secular Jews, bitch. I'm a Christian, faggot.
Oh shit, he called me faggot. Oh my god.
That's like the power of Jesus Christ coming down and saying, you're a faggot.
Any disagreement here other than you love secret societies. We say some of them are the problem. But
was Jesus Christ in a secret society? Yes.
Bro,
duh.
The bro is the hair on the left testicle sack. This is what this man is. An ingrown hair. That's what.
If we were to do a weightlifting competition, a Brazilian jiu-jitsu competition, a running competition, a sit-up competition, a push-up competition, a squat competition, Infinity, a book reading competition, who's gonna win? Tiffany Sotheby or Infinity Wars?
Age and then you're gonna die. None of that's gonna matter.
Yeah, but we'll die together though.
None of that is gonna matter.
Tiffany, I already went down this road.
I've talked to eVTOL for years now, or maybe a year, and we have nothing else to discuss. We are in complete congruency.
You couldn't create something that survived for 50 years, even if you created a child, because they would probably disown you.
Wow. Do you still talk to your father, Infinity? Hello?
My family loves me. I'm a star child.
Really? You're a star child?
Absolutely.
Do you have any guilt or remorse?
Absolutely not.
You have no humility?
So guilt and shame equals humility?
I'm asking you, do you have humility as a man?
Yes, absolutely have humility.
Fantastic. Then what are the rights of man? What are the laws of man? Tell me the laws of man. I want to hear the laws of man. It should be a very simple question to answer since you're such a learned man.
Okay, I'll answer. I'll answer it. The laws of men says that those who pretend to be the opposite sex should be stoned to death.
Okay, so that's one of the laws of men, huh? What are the laws of man? I ask again. Man, not men. I asked you about man. What are the laws of man? Since you're such a learned man on all this occult wisdom, you're such a philosopher and a man of God, let us hear the laws of man. It should be a very simple question to answer. I am not triggered. I am merely over-talking you to show that all communication is hypnosis.
So listen, when I said stoned to death, listen. When I said stoned to death, I was JR, shut the fuck up. When I said stoned to death, I obviously was referring to weakness, and the death was of the ego, right?
Yeah. It sounds like you're triggered about Tiffany stuff.
Listen, ego death is a real thing. My point is Infinity War. If you have ego death or enlightenment, why are you so triggered?
When Tiffany is getting stoned to death, it's not my job. It's not my job whether he goes to the ER or does what happens. It's not my fault.
I've received this business over.
Yeah, Anup, I don't know what's going on. I hope you're.
Wait, I'm not pissed. I'm literally out for a walk.
I really hope you're trolling.
I'm enjoying the beautiful, what do you call it, wind right now.
Yeah, but I don't know.
JR, you're not part of any masonry. Shut the fuck up. You're not as big as you pretend to be.
Something's wrong with you, man.
He's a big macher.
For these Masons so heavily, and we're not
He's a big Masonic macher.
If you don't know about something, just don't.
Listen, I've been to the Blue Lodge, okay? I'm a Master Mason. I'll admit it. I'm a Master Mason. Please, Infinity, I'm a Master Mason from a Blue Lodge. I'm a Macher Mason, okay? I'm a Macher Mason. I'm self-initiated into the craft, my friend. I am. Stop muting a fellow Mason. I'm a. He finally kicked me. Oh, that was funny. I don't know. I think these recordings are going to be very funny for people, maybe. I hope so. I'm going to call this Master Mason Blue Lodge Comedian. I'm going to call this Clown House Free Masons. Okay, this is called Clown House Freemasons. Okay, everybody, this is Clown House Freemasons. This is Tiffany Sotheby and Unhealthy Debates. Thanks for coming. I knew you were going to come. This is a reaction room to the recent room, which I was kicked out.
Who's the bro? That bitch is all feminist.
Weirdo family. And they cool and they cool and these rooms and these rooms and these rooms and these rooms and they cool hit the cool. You can cool them like the plantation. Motherfucker nigga never took the problem out in trackless. This pussy nigga came here talking about black people, but he a motherfucking cool with his motherfucking self selling out for the white folks. Pussy.
We be coonin' and coonin' and coonin', coonin', coonin' and coonin' and coonin', coonin' and coonin' and coonin', coonin' in these rooms, coonin' in these rooms, coonin' in these rooms.
Tell niggas to the cross around like T, bro. I hear these niggas out here trying to see Sacktown. Fuck them all and their mama. $10 hour. Beat your ass and hide the Bible, little guy watch. Beat your ass and hide the Bible. Sometimes you gotta get cover up to show niggas. Send them to the goo, you already know niggas. See this nigga baby looking like a hoe nigga. And Trace sucking a white dick, you already know nigga. Hey Trace, I heard you like the coon. Better never come to my clubhouse room. Hey, if you come out there, it's gonna be soon. And you gonna get shot out like boom. Yeah.
Broke nigga ish. Ish nigga broke. Broke nigga ish. Ish nigga broke. Broke nigga ish. Ish nigga broke. Broke nigga ish. Hello? Welcome to the clown house.
I'm not like you. I'm not like you.
The best music.
I'm not like you. I'm not like you. I'm not like you. You think Clubhouse gonna let you disrespect Pac, nigga? This home gonna be your last stop, nigga. Right.
Broke-ish nigga broke. Nigga is broke. Hello? This has been a Clown House Recording Productions. Copyright 2024. Welcome to Clown House. This is CEO of Clowntown, John Kitover. I want to thank you all for coming to our recording session where we hope to roast everyone until you get to hell. And then you can fly free with the wind. Rabboni Shalom! Hello? Hello?
Why do y'all keep saying this? And my only question is,
Hello?
I want us to have I know, just hold on before you start crashing out. Like, this is definitely crash out time, but just hold on one second.
Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties. 4 minutes.
Oh, yeah, I get you, right? Just somebody else with bullshit.
4 minutes. Vote Trump. Go to the gym, fatties.
All right, cool. Just 1 second before you crash out.
Red stripe.
Good job. Could David Duke, could a Ku Klux Klan or any Ku Klux Klan member find traction in the Democratic Party?
They run the Democrat plantation. It's their plantation.
Yo, Trill, remove the dude. Today, right.
It's obvious that they created racism and that Abraham Lincoln, a Republican, had to free you. A Republican freed your grandfather.
Abraham Lincoln said if he could have killed the South without freeing any slaves, he would have. You should go read it.
But he politically flip-flopped and he freed your great-great-great-great-granddaddy and grandmammy.
He didn't flip flop at all. He literally said that he could have kept some of the slaves and still defeat the South. He would have.
It don't matter. He killed 1 million people to free your granddaddy.
No, he did not. He killed 1 million people to dismantle the South.
No, he killed 1 million people to free your granddaddy and your grandmommy from having to pick cotton so you can come on Clown House and run your clown mouth.
Right. So I'm on a black man's internet, number one. But number two, Abraham Lincoln did not do anything for slaves.
Man, you part of the complain gang. Go back to that complain gang chain. Chain gang complain.
No, I just think I'm a part of the accurate information game, and I just think that you're not.
You think your history?
People.
I came to jerk off with you all. Can I jerk off with you? That room was called jerking off in clubhouse rooms. So just FYI.
You could drop the subscription anytime you want to. You're only gonna watch Netflix when you use it. You see what I'm saying? That's the whole concept of.
Man, Kazi, I want to hire you as my financial advisor. I got $1 million I want to place. What kind of vig can you get me on the streets these days?
I think John does the show. So, what's up, John? But, just overall, I got a credit repair system up at top if anyone needs credit repair in this room.
I need a bankruptcy attorney. You know one of them?
Okay. So I paid $4,000 for the credit repair documents at the top.
Lead by example.
I want to respond to.
No, man, you got an example and then lead through the example.
Hey, so I want to respond to something you said, right? You said that part of. A matter of fact, I want to bring an understanding to you on the male experience. I'm gonna use the same story you told.
They're fat and old and ugly.
Instead of being a young girl, I'm gonna be a young boy.
A young boy? This sounds pedophile, Pernell.
It's gonna give you an understanding so that way when you tell that story, you have a real rounded understanding of it. So as a young boy, I had some uncles. Unlike you, not all my uncles were handsome and able to get women. There were a couple of them that did, and there were others that didn't. And of course, as a young boy, women are pretty. You of course you want to be with a woman because they're so beautiful to you. I don't know what it is. As a
Pernell, what is your point, man? I gotta go to the gym and get ready to vote for Trump.
Go ahead then, because there's only 3 of us in.
Okay. So listen, no, it's not vegan.
Infinity, how dare you for kicking Tiffany Sotheby? I came back to remind you, you are not an intellectual, you are not an academic, you're a moron!
So the point I'm making is simple. Symbolism, the way you're trying to engage it, is not
Symbolism? It's symbolism, nigga!
Alcohol,
That's what they're hitting them with? Yeah, they're shooting them with that.
Yeah,
Come on now, dude. Don't act like y'all know Compton Mickey and y'all see him with that goddamn trans sucking that dick. Come on now. I'm talking about the Glock 50 thing. You know who the hell I'm talking about. You know the 2 1.
Okay, this is called Pop Smoke Killer. Deserved a second chance? This is the intellectual gangbang with Lou Fags. This is probably the funniest room on Clown House tonight. So black comedy is big, actually. People in this room.
All the way 100. If I ain't gonna be nothing else, I'm gonna be clean as a motherfucking whistle.
But look though, it's shit, piss, ammonia, bleach, alcohol, a bunch of other shit.
Wait, so what are they putting it in? What are they putting all that?
A water bottle.
Yeah, water bottle.
A Glock dookie. It's a Glock dookie.
I guess a water gun.
Police come by like when the police walking past and shit, and they finna hand them trays out. They finna spray their ass to their face. Glock dookie on folks.
Oh, it's a water gun? I'm sorry. I want to make sure.
Nah, it's a water bottle though. They just punch you a hole at the top and they spray your ass. Glock dookie.
Okay, never mind. I don't want to know anymore.
Don't get hit with that Glock. Chicago niggas is dangerous. My friends are this a nigga named Rico Reckless. Yeah, on my mama, that nigga told that boy I'll knock you out, spit your ass. He told a nigga, he argued with a nigga on Instagram Live. He said, I'll knock you out and spit in your ass. I think he told Ruger that shit. Nah, he told a nigga from New York that shit. Oh, yeah, he told the,
Forrest Stan says, take all those stupid signs down, I'll have me whack.
I think that qualified nigga just getting popped when the nigga runs. I'm not risking the chance of the nigga knocking.
You don't like my signs?
That's crazy. That's crazy. But look, so I was watching the video because I'm new to this shit. I don't even watch no jumper like that, but I don't know why. Maybe just come click on it. So the nigga was saying the reason why they do that is because when something like that happens, you gotta. That's like basically it's not a rape, but it's when somebody gotta clean your ass, right? Because something happened to you, they gotta call your family and call people that's close to you and tell them that you got like basically rape. It's not rape, but it qualifies as a rape. So it kind of like it embarrasses your family. So that's why they do that. They put a Glock. It's a Glock dookie. Shit. No, bro. That's not a Glock dookie, bro. I just told you what a Glock dookie was. That's spitting your ass. Spitting your ass is rape. Spitting your ass. Yeah. Knock your ass out. Spin your ass. Yeah. Savage life. Just say savage life. That's what it's called. Niggas just be down low gangbang. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas gangbanging down low. Hey, look. Let me keep it gang with you. A lot of the niggas that made that shit, them niggas ain't never getting out of Cook County. Them niggas in Cook County probably the right now. Did you tell me something about the gay niggas in prison, Paul? Yeah, them DC niggas gay. No, you told me something about where you was at. Oh, when I was in the hole? Oh, yeah, them niggas. Boy. Boy, they ass in that bitch tweaking. They was, boy.
This is where Lou Fax is like, this guy got gay in jail. He can't talk about it.
Lou Rawls, you play dominoes? Do I play dominoes?
Dude, you play dominoes? Is that a trick question?
Dominoes where it's not always good to score your points because sometimes when you score your points, it'll cause you to lose the game. So they got to stand and say all money ain't good money. And realistically, like to me, right, he never.
Okay, we'll come back to Lou. We will call this the Shabbos Goy. The Shabbos Goy Mitzvah Detection System. This is called Lou Fax Comedy. Hey Daniela, how are you doing?
What's up, John? Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom, lover bear.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu l'chadik nesheh b'nei beit hagafim.
Oh my goodness, I'm so tired.
You're so tired.
Hey, let me call you on my walk a little later. I just got home. I want to take a shower.
Okay, sounds good. Bye.
Okay.
Sorry, Tiffany Sotheby had to call his girlfriend from his Aliyah trip and his.
I like that you're not Victoria. You're not judgmental of this, Victoria. This is very open-minded.
Yeah.
This is Friday Night Reality, and look at my tits. Look at my tits.
To the ball because we're fractionalizing it, and we're going to create the value of it. And it's a one-on-one project. It's the only elite ball in history. And that shit is coming to crypto August 1st. And it's a game changer.
Man, fuck it, nigga. Just buy Trump coin. Vote Trump and go to the gym.
I think that's a hell of a idea. All right, thank you. Now, where's the ball?
Because, like, I mean, those people in her message.
This room is called.
What's the problem?
But a lot.
Hi everyone, look at my titties and just know that pretty privilege is real. Fuck all you, vote Trump and go to the gym, bitch.
Yo. These are crazy though. Go ahead, Mango.
This room's called Ugly Men and Ugly Women Have Vastly Different Experiences. Oh, people were dying laughing with that one. Hello everyone, look at my big titties. Look at how beautiful they are. It's so perfect and huge. Yes, they are implants. I had breast augmentation during my transition. But if you can't tell that I'm a man, well then my doctor really did a good job to fool you. Trans rights and free Palestine, bitch.
They look great.
Trans rights, free Palestine, and burn this corrupt system down.
How you can trans and
Vote Trump and go to the gym. Watch me do my squats on my Instagram live.
Okay.
I'm going to the gym and I'm voting Trump. You can watch me live stream my great ass as well on Instagram Live. Bye everybody. I hope I was succinct.
Bye.
I'm complete and I hope I was succinct.
Thank you.
This is Tiffany Sotheby. I'm complete. I hope it was
I feel like
succinct.
I'm going insane.
Am I living rent free inside your head? Hello? Tiffany Sotheby is killing it. Uh-oh. Someone fell off the wagon. The chariot. The vehicle.
باختصار الناس كان عندها إضافات أو ردود معتبرة، وأنا كان عندي نصيحة وإضافة. النصيحة كانت لو اللي شايف إن الأبلكيشن خرب حياته أو فصله عن الواقع يتركه فورا، أو جعله بشخصيتين يتركه برضه. طب هو فصلنا عن الواقع.
Piers Morgan just interviewed him.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Diego. This is Tiffany Sotheby. I came to warn you that your relationship with Princessia is completely unfair to the wife that I met at the gas station. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Why can't I take on another wife?
Well, I'm not opposed to polygamy if a man can afford it, of course. How many wives are you looking for? 'Cause look at my tits.
As many as I can fit into the jalopy.
I would say that's like 2 more, and then 2 more in the trunk. So you're going to have 5 total.
Sounds good to me.
Princessia, are you ready to be one of the wives? Because so am I.
Did you sell it?
Sell it? Sell what?
The thing, your TMZ thing.
Oh, communication and hypnosis. You fell for that? That was a joke.
Oh, you got played, Blue? I mean, I didn't get played. I was just curious.
No, it sounded plausible, but no, it was a joke.
I was wondering why it would have anything on his Facebook. If it is an inside job, which I think it is.
You really think it's an inside job?
Yeah.
What makes you think that?
It's hard to justify that it was incompetence, how that kid was able to be there for so long before they actually did anything.
Are you kidding me? Did you see the woman in charge of the whole operation? She sucked.
No, dude. Yeah, I get that, but like, dude, he was spotted on the roof for like how long was it? Like 20
Dude,
minutes?
he got 5 shots off. Like, it's not a joke. I mean, a
I
fireman
know,
died,
right?
2 people are seriously injured, and his fucking ear got blown off. But like,
What part of what I said do you think implies that I think it's fake?
this was the lone wolf attack of the century. Like, this kid Matthew Crooks pulled off what most Democrats can only dream of.
I think the actual sniper missed. I think.
Oh, you think there were multiple
yeah,
shots? Well, I don't know. I saw a video
That's
suggesting
the-
multiple shooters.
The joke's on you, though. The
Edmund.
joke's on you, Lou, because if you think there were multiple shooters and that Trump was spared by God, now you're in crazy town, dude.
Oh, that's what you think?
No, I'm saying that if he thinks there's multiple shooters, then it's not a miss.
Well,
Yeah,
anybody who thinks that God interceded or an angel interceded to spare his life is totally delusional.
I didn't say that.
Most people think that.
Well, that's what they said at the DNC. That's what they said at the RNC 100 times 2 nights ago, or a night ago, last night, right? Yeah.
It's looking to be a fake thing, and I'm a big Trump supporter, although I never voted for him, and I'm very disappointed, Lou.
Wait.
No, Abe think. So wait, Abe, explain your conspiracy theory. Why do you think that this is all fake?
Because I think there were multiple shooters, and if there were multiple shooters, they wouldn't have missed.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Somebody would have got him if there were multiple shooters, or even
Right.
3.
So if there were multiple shooters and they all missed on purpose, then it's a conspiracy to create the photographs that we got. And if that's the case, then
I see what you're saying. That's so. I mean, there's a percentage chance that you're correct. You know but it's very small. So what is, even if it's 1% or 10% or 50%, for example? What is your point though?
That would be the best shot in the world.
No, it would be the greatest fake hearts and minds psyop in human political history. It would be genius.
What are you saying, dude? Just so I'm clear, you think that they?
It was a Hollywood moment. It was a Hollywood moment. He didn't actually get. He actually didn't get shot in the ear. This was a CIA operation to get him back into the White House.
And the kid is like,
the kid's a patsy. He was shooting blanks.
It's such a patsy fucking situation.
He was shooting blanks.
It's almost like they were like, look, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna create another Lee Harvey Oswald situation because it's so crazy for us to repeat what we've already done that no one would believe it.
It's kind of true.
With their own eyes.
It's true. So technically, Trump faked a shooting, gathered all these people in Pennsylvania, and it was a miraculous. Technically, it's a theatrical performance to the highest degree possible. He's the greatest actor, comedian, politician, manipulator, liar in human history. This was genius. It was genius. Any Democrat who has sour grapes, how genius this was, doesn't understand political power and hearts and minds. He won the nation.
I don't know. I think he's gonna get caught. I think he's gonna get caught for this.
No way. They blew the shooter's head off.
No, dude. But hold on. The thing.
He set up the Secret Service. He set the Secret Service up. It's not that he got set up. He set them up.
Look, no, I understand that, but the truth is going to come out.
Impossible. Did you see how cute the granddaughter is? She's a scratch golfer.
She's a scratch golfer, is that what they said?
No, explain. I'm playing along and saying, okay, let's say it's fake. Or not fake, I guess. Staged. How? I mean, they had to. If I'm in Trump's shoe and I want to do this, I would be very skeptical of, does the kid know going into it that his head's going to get blown off? I'm assuming yes. Right? And if not, then
how could he, dude? He went to that location. He went to that location an hour earlier.
no, sorry, a day earlier, and then an hour earlier. He was a person of interest an hour into the thing.
Mhm.
He was wandering around. I mean, it's ridiculous, dude.
No,
It's ridiculous.
I'm with you on all of that.
Who buys this?
I don't buy. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't buy it at all. But
Well, thank God, dude. Then that means you're reasonable.
But like, I don't think it was, because if it was staged, are you saying that the bullet that took, his ear out, it doesn't exist? That wasn't a real bullet?
I don't think there was a bullet, dude. I think that shit stinks like high heaven, dude.
Okay.
I don't think there was any grazing, none of that shit. I mean, like, have you seen that fake video of his ear getting split?
I think so. Yeah, it looked very, very.
Yeah. Well, it was mirrored. It's the wrong ear, dude. Look at his hat in the official footage.
I mean, yeah, I don't. I've seen a lot of like videos like that have come out that are trying to like show the sound waves of the bullet going by and all that shit.
Yeah. It looks like a 9/11 operation.
No, but like, okay, let's say that the whole ear thing, that like it's staged.
Listen, I heard a top secret recording of Donald Trump calling the head of the CIA saying, "What do you think if we fake a shooting?" Wait, I want to actually know about your thoughts about hypnosis when it comes to the bigger the lie, the more they'll believe it. Is that a thing?
Hold on, because I wanna like understand like what you think the layout of this is, because okay, let's say the bullet, there was no bullet that hits his ear or anything like that. Someone obviously died, so there were two people died. Now,
That's what they tell you, dude. Even that's not for certain. But look, I'm like fucking the X-Files, dude. I want to believe, okay? I want to believe. But
wait, the guy that died, his family is not going to make that up, Diego.
well, I jokingly, but somewhat serious, because I think it was ridiculous what they did to Alex Jones. I did a tweet, which my Twitter doesn't get any engagement, but I don't know how you can prove whether someone believed. I don't think you can if someone actually believes that someone died or didn't die, technically. But I mean, it would be because all the people on the left that are saying it's all staged. It's basically, if people were to go quote unquote harass that family, it'd really be no difference than what Alex Jones got sued for.
yeah, but look at who's not questioning this shooting: Alex Jones and Joe Rogan, two classic JFK conspiracy theorists. And they're like, "Oh yeah, it went down exactly as the mainstream media told us, and Trump told us."
Okay, well, so let me ask you this then. The shooter, for sure, everyone agrees, the kid on the roof was killed, right?
I've seen
someone on the
analysis that says some of those photos look fucking weird of his dead body. Like his teeth are too far in. Have you seen that?
No, I haven't seen anything with his teeth. I just seen like the blood on it.
Yeah. Let's just say the kid is dead. Okay. It's not clear that the close up of his face is the same guy that you can see in the video on the top of the roof.
Okay.
That the guy on the top of the roof seems to have a normal skull. This kid seems to have kind of like a fucking weird skull.
Yeah, I did notice that.
Well, let's just agree that he has a weird skull.
But what I'm trying to get at is that, like, okay, because I think it would be really hard to fake, or not. It's not even fake.
How? They do WWE. He's been in WWE. Linda McMahon. This is all theatrical performance. That's what I was gonna say. And then icing on the cake, just to rub it in your face, they bring out a WWE fucking actor at the RNC. That's where it starts going. Like, and then wait a second. And you saw what I posted, right? And then at the end of the fucking thing, they played Nessun Dorma, which is literally the song in Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation when there's an assassination attempt and there's 3 shooters. It's like they rub it in your fucking face that it's like a Hollywood thing. The Wasps?
Okay,
Yes,
but
the
you're
one person.
okay. I'm trying to the idea that it was staged, just for sake of argument. The shooter on the roof, whether it is, regardless of it, if it matches the kid that they're showing us, I don't know that they would be able to fake that killing.
The thing is, Hulk Hogan, there's no way he would know anything about the assassination, about the fake shooting.
I'm saying that, like, you see that there's, like, plenty of people there. There's footage of the kid getting his, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. There's footage of, which was blurred out. I haven't found the actual footage. But, there's footage of the kid basically getting shot. Someone got shot, it would seem. I don't know how all of those people on the ground would be able to, like, would just, I don't know, lie or, like,
They could. You got to realize that Hollywood is real. They could have had fake blood charge things on their chest. I mean, even the firemen could have been in on. Like, it gets ridiculous when you have, when it's like Mission Impossible. Maybe the fiction is the reality, and we're completely taken in by it.
I'm trying to.
Lou, you heard the radio calls by the police, right? There was a guy on the water tower. The police are saying it in their own radio calls.
Listen, Joe Biden and Barack Obama, with all their statements and everybody's statements, I bet you there's a lot of Democrats in their statements saying we wish Trump well. I bet you there's a lot of people that think that it was a big theatrical production.
You know why they think it? Because they do it all the time.
Exactly. They know that lies and politics are real.
Okay, so is the idea of it staged that nobody was killed then? Like, I'm just trying to.
It's possible. It's possible. Or they actually sacrificed. It's possible they really sacrificed.
They're telling us that the guy that looked like he got shot in the chest in the white didn't die at all. He just dropped to the ground. But if you see that video, he literally reacts. Have you seen the video of the lady with the purse and how she pulls her arm at the instant that the puff of smoke comes out of the rail and that guy starts going down?
I've seen the video of the puff of smoke with the rail.
And you see the guy dropping, right? Like, as if he got shot.
Yeah.
It's really clear, dude.
What about...
And now they're telling us that he didn't even get hit.
What about the Secret Service, head of Secret Service? They're saying that she's that woman in the white hat who has the phone, who's very strangely, like, trying to film the assassination.
Well, it's definitely not her, because you can see that the woman in the bleachers is in good shape, and the woman that they're claiming it is.
That's true. Yeah, she's
it's
much
definitely
heavier.
not her.
So
you can tell by the neck.
So I don't get the feeling though then that she was really doing anything surreptitiously or like trying to film it. I get the feeling that most people are literally trying to film stuff.
It might just be a female reaction to just record something.
Yeah, it's people recording it. I mean, literally, people are just sitting there recording the whole event. What I don't understand is why do they even let cell phones into these events? Because you could like wire up a phone with a C4 and just like chuck the phone at them. You know, I just don't understand why they don't view phones as being bomb devices.
I don't know. I mean, when I went to J6, how did they let me go in with radios and shit? And a physical camera, like a film camera.
Well, there's no one can stop you in the moment, you know? Like, I mean...
No, because I went into the secure zone where Trump was.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, well, that's the thing about reality, where you're like, holy shit, like, if I wanted to do something right now, I could do something. You're like, I can't believe this is happening. But nobody, you're not a homicidal maniac, so, like, you don't have anything to worry about.
Security metal detector can't determine that you're a homicidal maniac. Okay, so, I think it'd be very difficult to say nobody died. I don't see the reason to go to that extent to prove somehow that it was real. Assuming that like we're trying to stage a fake thing here. I don't see that seems more like a just an additional variable that could end up exposing what actually went on, which would be the setup. You could do something as simple as just, okay, whatever grace is there, and then, you know, the kid gets his head blown off or allegedly blown off. Like, I don't really see the need to throw additional fucking people faking getting shot in there.
Well, then that disproves your theory that it's fake.
Well, what do you mean?
Try to stay linear and coherent. You're saying that it's fake, okay? And now you're flip-flopping and saying, why would they kill all these people?
I'm trying to, like, say it from, like, I'm trying to, like, create a landscape where, okay, let's say it is fake, how would we do it? What would be the reasoning behind these things that are out there that did occur, or at least are allegedly.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Did you work at Blockbuster in 1998?
2003.
I think that's when they started to go out of business.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe like 2006.
But I'm open to it being faked. I just I think it would be very, very difficult for it to be just completely faked. I mean, obviously then there's no bullet, because if there's no one in their right fucking mind would like stage like, yeah, hit me right here, like don't actually hit me. That would be like the most impressive shot ever. And yeah, I wouldn't want to. That's like a John McAfee thing, yeah? Like the Russian roulette shit they did. Yeah, I think this is a bit wild. I think there was 2 shooters for sure. I don't know why. I think I know what he'll probably respond to this, but I just don't know why. If you really wanted to stage something like that, I think you could do it in a much more secure area where it's not like fucking live streamed. It's not all of this wild shit. Like you could do it on a golf course. That would probably be a much more.
They could fly a drone over Mar-a-Lago and drop a rocket if it's a real conspiracy.
There wouldn't be thousands of eyes recording all over the place. I mean,
then that essentially claims that environment and action paired together for political purpose was the reason for the attack, and it was all fake. I'm not opposed to conspiracy theories because I don't think 2 planes can bring down 3 skyscrapers, and we live in a very sophisticated world of media and WWE reality. To me, if this is fake, it's so beyond genius and incredible that it all has like worked out totally succinctly, that it's rather remarkable because it's almost like watching a movie.
But it's not a very good, well-written movie. It's exactly the way politicians write movies.
I know, but when people go to that ballot box and they see Joe Biden versus Donald Trump, they are not going to choose Joe Biden.
That's true, but have you guys seen The Manchurian Candidate 2004?
I saw. Is it
the one with Denzel Washington?
Oh no, I can't remember that one offhand. Is the original Manchurian Candidate the one where he gets locked up in a Turkish prison for drug smuggling?
No, he gets locked up in Manchuria, in China. It's Frank Sinatra.
Oh, it's a Sinatra film?
Yeah, the original, but the remake is with with Denzel Washington. And in the movie, the Hillary Clinton character staged an event where she has a shootout, or her son had a shootout in Iraq in the dead of night, taking down helicopters and shit. And it's all just a fucking political ploy so that he can run for president at a young age. And they've implanted like these microchips in their brains. And anyway, Denzel Washington was involved in this. And at the end of the movie, he's used as a sniper to take the guy out. Well, he's supposed to take the other candidate out. I forget who it is, but.
So wait, are you saying that Matthew Crooks is actually Jason Bourne?
No, but I'm saying, like, why couldn't they have put a Neuralink in his head?
Oh, come on. This kid, I bet you an FBI handler got him to do it.
Right, yeah, he's a retard. All you need is just like someone to.
But then again, this goes against. This is what I'm trying to say. Where like I'm trying to figure out the landscape of the stage aspect of it. Like if it's all fake, right? I'm like very open to that. I'm not just saying, oh, it's stupid. If it's all fake, then the kid wasn't shooting bullets.
Right. He was probably shooting blanks.
Okay. So, then I mean, I guess. Yeah, you would need a handler in the sense that, like, you need someone that you can convince to go sit up there with a fake rifle and...
No, they get him in position, they hand him the rifle, you know, because I think
he had a handler. That is my opinion. I think 100%.
I'm saying, like, they didn't let him, they took control of the chain of succession of ammunition. And so if you watch this one movie by, it's called Barry Lyndon, what they do to young Barry Lyndon is he wants to fuck this bitch, and the local lord wants the bitch too. So they set Barry Lyndon up, and they make Barry think that he assassinated the lord, and as a result, he has to go live in exile. But the lord gets the pussy, and Barry Lyndon got psyoped at the shootout.
Okay.
It's a common theme. Like what Trump did was basically he regurgitated a common theme. If it's fake, I'm not of the belief that it's fake. I think there's enough trans clowns out there with AR-15s and psychiatric medication and incompetent everyone to just let things like this happen. And it's just, if it was a major city, there probably would have been 10 assassinations that day. Who knows?
No, wait a second. It's the only Trump rally that the mainstream media has ever live streamed. Okay.
What?
Yeah. In this entire year, this was on CNN, dude.
Oh, so you're saying you think they knew that it was going to happen and they wanted to show this? They wanted to show the assassination?
Yeah, bro.
So they want to help him?
No, they don't want to help him. They wanted to show his ass getting blasted.
I mean,
okay, but then
I mean, that's another theory, right? That's the theory that they actually intended on fucking seeing that head explode.
Don't discount the fact that, you know, that would have been like crazy gold television ratings.
I mean, that would have been...
This is the movie network. This is the movie network where the female executive in the movie network says, we're going to have to assassinate the son of a bitch.
Yeah.
I mean, do you want to play that? You want to play that for when she's having that meeting? She says, "Let's cut the horse shit, gentlemen. Let's assassinate the son of a bitch."
Yeah, play it.
I mean, we don't need to play it. Go ahead, Abe.
I just like, okay, the Secret Service. I mean, they looked, all law enforcement in that area looks horrible. Given what happened. I mean, it just looks like gross incompetence at best. I don't see how you would get them to somehow make that occur, allow that to happen. And
can you at least be honest with us, Abe, and tell us how much you've had to drink tonight?
Nothing. I'm just like, I'm trying to because I've seen quite a bit of this shit online, and I haven't come across anyone that I actually respect that has this take. That is,
Lou, I'm not telling you to believe it either way. I just say two things. One is, can you be healthy?
Some people the other day, and I happen to say that I prefer spending time with pure bloods.
Okay, good. And then number two, if you can be healthy and skeptical, you need to ask yourself a question. If there's more than two shooters, are you willing to entertain the fact that Trump was never intended to get hit, and the hit itself might just be a fake?
I can, but that has massive implications. I mean, that's again, if under that premise, there's actual shooters, there's actual bullets, with the exception of the one that allegedly would have hit him. Under that premise, you're basically you're killing a civilian just to stage an assassination that is, quite frankly, I don't think Trump really needed. this boost in order to win, but
I agree with you on that.
Like you're making a lot of well-respected Secret Service people look horrible to pull that off. So that some portion of that, at least the person telling them to stand down and not fire, like has to be in on it, which I think they were 100%, whether it's staged or not.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna have to show you some examples of government officials setting people up. But I want you to refrain. See, everybody assumes there's always these assumptions packed into the devil's advocate that he wasn't, or that it was all staged. So I'll give you an example. Like I tell people, hey, listen, are you open to the concept that that this is all set up and it's fake? And they go, oh, well, how could you purposefully miss and hit an ear? You can't do that. And it's like, well, you're assuming that there was a real bullet. And the same thing, oh, they killed a civilian. You're assuming a civilian died. You see, everything has to be, like, up in the air right now, man. We don't know shit. And we didn't see, you know what would have been powerful? Not that it necessarily would have proved anything. But imagine if last night, during the RNC thing, Trump takes the bandage off and goes, this is what they did to me. Everybody would have been fucking, like, with their mouths open. Don't you think?
About this bill, son of a
Oh yeah.
It takes nothing.
Okay.
All he has to do is take that bandage off and go, this is what they did to me. This is how crazy they are, ladies and gentlemen.
Do you want to hear the network scene? It's called Assassinating Howard Beale, aka Assassinating Donald Trump. You want to hear it? It's 3 minutes long.
Yeah. And then I want you to play the corporation.
as inflexible,
Yeah, I can play that.
intractable, and adamantine. So what do we do about this Beale son of a bitch? Suppose we'll have to kill him. I don't suppose you have any ideas on that, Diana.
Well, what would you fellas say to an assassination? I think I can get the Mao Zedong people to kill Beale for us. It's one of their shows. In fact, it'll make a hell of a kickoff show for the season. We're facing heavy opposition on the other networks for Wednesday nights, and the Mao Zedong hour could use a sensational opener. It could be done right on camera, in the studio. We ought to get a fantastic look-in audience with the assassination of Howard Beale as our opening show.
Well, if Beale dies, what would our continuing obligation to the Beale Corporation be? I know our contract with Beale contains a buyout clause triggered by his death or incapacity.
There must be a formula for the computation of the purchase price.
Offhand, I think it was based on a multiple of 1975 earnings of the base period in 1975. I think it was 50% of salary plus 25% of the first year's profit, multiplied by the unexpired portion of the contract. I don't think the show has any substantial syndication value, would you say, Diana?
Syndication profits are minimal.
We're talking about a capital crime here. The network can't be implicated.
Okay, then you have the Travis Bickle type character walking up into the audience. Do you want to hear the?
This is 50 years ago. Well, yeah, I think that Lou needs to hear why they want to kill Beale.
48 years ago.
Where the guy explains to him that he's meddled with the forces of nature.
Yeah, so technically Donald Trump is Howard Beale. Here we go. See, if we were smart editors, we could like make this shit go viral.
Mr. Beale, and I won't have it. Is that clear? You think you merely stopped a business deal? That is not the case. The Arabs have taken millions of dollars out of this country, and now they must put it...
Yeah, and actually, his whole thing was drill, baby, drill, more than energy independence. So everybody wants this guy dead.
Back! It is ebb and flow, tidal gravity. It is ecological balance. You are an old man who thinks in terms of nations and peoples. There are no nations. There are no peoples. There are no Russians. There are no Arabs. There are no third worlds. There is no West. There is only one holistic system of systems. One vast and immane, interwoven,
So if he says there's no West, does that mean there's only the East?
multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars. Petrodollars, electrodollars, multi-dollars, Reichmarks, rims, rubles, pounds, and shekels. It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet. That is the natural order of things today. That is the atomic and subatomic and galactic structure of things today. And you have meddled with the primal forces of nature. And you will atone. Am I getting through to you, Mr. Beale? You get up on your little 21-inch screen and howl about America and democracy. There is no America. There is no democracy. There is only IBM and ITT and AT&T and DuPont, Dow, Union Carbide,
Google,
and Exxon.
Facebook,
Those are
Microsoft
the nations of the world today. What do you think the Russians talk about in their councils of state? Karl Marx? They get out their linear programming charts, statistical decision theories, Minimax solutions, and compute the price-cost probabilities of their transactions and investments, just like we do. We no longer live in a world of nations and ideologies, Mr. Beale. The world is a college of corporations, inexorably determined by the immutable bylaws of business. The world is a business, Mr. Beale. It has been since man crawled out of the slime.
The art of the deal, Lou.
And our children will live, Mr. Beale, to see that perfect world in which there's no war or famine, oppression or brutality. One vast and ecumenical holding company for whom all men will work to serve a common profit, in which all men will hold a share of stock.
So this is almost like Woodrow Wilson's League of Nations.
Well, here's the thing. This is the part that Lou doesn't get. Lou, when they come out with the replacement for Joe Biden, all right, it's gonna be so explosive, okay, that had they not done this attempted assassination on Trump, Trump would lose. And so the point of the way that you play the WWE, and this is exactly what people want. They want to buy this product, which is they want a movie. And in a movie, the stakes have to be as high as fucking possible. It's not fun if the superhero just wins without a fight. He needs to be at the edge of death itself. That's what makes a satisfying movie ending.
Okay, there's a minute left in this.
All necessities provided, all anxieties tranquilized, all boredom amused.
All boredom amused.
And I have chosen you, Mr. Beale, to preach this evangel.
Why me?
Because you're on television, dummy.
Because you're on television.
People watch you every night of the week, Monday through Friday.
Okay, so that means that Donald Trump.
That's how they came to Donald with
right.
this role.
They came to him with this deal.
I have seen the face of God.
And
Most
Lou's like,
likely right.
Lou's like Neo when Neo's told about the Matrix and he just starts shaking his head and says, "No, it's not possible. I won't take it."
Yeah, but
Okay,
see
so
that
it's like this.
that's an illusion too, because whether he took blue or red, Morpheus was a nigga and he was gonna pop that cherry, bitch.
I love that meme. I love that meme where he's just like lying there.
I don't know which one that is, but that's that's the philosophical thing. Whereas you think that it's a question of free will, when really Morpheus is the trickster playing games. It's a trick. It's a trick question. All questions are trick questions. Thus, when you say, "Do you want to choose the red or the blue?" It's a trick question.
Okay, catch me up here.
You know let me just tell you this. This is not for the United States, but in Mexico, my uncle, my dad's brother, he went to a very expensive restaurant, and the two political candidates, this was in the late 80s, were having dinner together.
Yeah.
And one was telling the other, "You didn't say what I wanted you to say, and you fucked up, and now I have to like backtrack on this other thing." So they were literally like talking. It was like Hulk Hogan saying, "Hey, Randy Savage, you were supposed to like do that backflip."
Well,
and now
it's
like,
Boardwalk
it looks
Empire.
Like, I'm winning.
It's Nucky Thompson
Right.
putting in the mayor of the Boardwalk Empire.
So Lou is saying it's staged, yeah?
No. Lou wants to believe. He wants to believe that it went down the way it went down.
No, that's
Okay, and then that's what I want to say.
unfair.
Hold on, Lou, hold on. So then you're obviously in law, and in law, if you have a video or audio, that kind of reigns supreme unless you can suppress the information. So that's kind of the problem here is we don't have all of the information, and we're not going to have it.
No,
So what you said, Diego, didn't really make any sense to me. I was trying to track, but then I thought.
Well, the thing is, it has to be independent sleuths that can get you additional information to supersede what we perceive to be the truth. And if there were blanks fired out of that rifle and there were 2 shooters or 3 shooters, there's just it's like 9/11 all over again, because you're like, okay, well, were the people on the phone calling those people real? Who were the people that died on all those planes? Did we ever see any interviews?
You're never going to get the answer.
Did we see any interviews with family members of the people that died on those planes? Never.
We know that those air phone calls are fake because of the time that they were taken and the position of the plane.
Yeah.
We know that they couldn't have been made.
Well, then that tells you that it's voice actors.
We could say that. Oh well, we don't. How do you know that the plane was actually in that position?
It's voice actors, and then the photos were AI generated, and then even CGI, maybe even on the second tower. There's the conspiracy theories with the technology catching up to basically creating a false flag, because we believe that this was an assassination attempt. What it really was a false flag event and a deal with Trump to secretly get him into the White House in order to get rid of Joe Biden, which apparently the powers that be don't like.
So what about the dead guy? Right. It's not a bullet. It was not a bullet.
He was a useful sacrifice. They chose him to die.
It's not like what's brilliant about that network. It's, by the way, that whole thing is written by Patty Chayefsky, one of the best writers ever. That whole thing. I mean, think about it, Lou. The politics is bullshit, man. It's just corporations trying to give you some feeling like you've got some say in the matter.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But here's the thing. I'm pretty open-minded. I feel like you're getting the wrong impression of my stance here. I'm actually very much of the opinion now that I think 2016 is very possible that they wanted him to win for different reasons. But again, if they secretly want him, if this is the motive that they want him or in the White House,
the WASPs.
If they want him in the White House, I just don't understand why they go through the hassle of all the things that they've done with the media that you could very much argue.
Because Abe, let me explain it to you this way. When India was controlled by the British, There was the critical moment in terms of governing the nation militarily where the British knew that they were going to lose. So guess what they did? They put together the biggest parade in India's history and they dazzled the Indians with a giant parade and the hostilities went away. It's just peanuts and it's just the circus, meaning that this was a theatrical production, meaning that there's nothing else to do in a fake society. The dollars are fake. The culture is inauthentic and it's all fake. Like we're living in an LGBTQ nightmare world.
You're living in a dream world, Neo.
So given that is the case, and I agree with you, it is. Then I mean, you've got to sort of wonder.
So thus, they have to create this fake event to make it seem like the whole thing is really real. We're not alive if we are not alive if Donald Trump didn't die. I mean, we can only be alive if he survived.
The premise that you just gave implies like absolute control of all narratives, right? So there's arguably no need to go to the extent of anything like this.
No, it's a highly complicated maneuver. You're failing to see the beauty of the intricacies of the design.
Well, here's the big point. The big point is that you want to be fooled, as it said in The Prestige. You're not really looking
Exactly.
for the
The Prestige is the perfect metaphor for what has happened. This was a Prestige moment. Instead of losing the finger, he lost the fucking ear. And thus, during the RNC, why he didn't pull the bandage off and say, look what they fucking did to my face.
Yeah. I'm very open to, I'm just trying to understand everything leading up to that day and why we saw what we've seen the last 7 years with media, with everything in politics. If that is all a controlled thing, which I think it very much is, I would argue that like you don't have to go to this extent.
Again, we've heard it already. Are you going to repeat yourself 5 times?
That's what you're doing. You're just giving me.
No, go ahead and make a point. You're not making a point. You're saying the same thing over and over again. I'm at least not repeating myself. You see the difference? You're drunk.
I'm not drunk.
Look at what they were doing, dude. They were playing the American people like a fiddle. Suddenly Joe Biden comes out, he can't say a fucking word. He's gone into degeneration. Like they turn on him, and all of a sudden you get this assassination attempt. It's like what days before the RNC. It's like it's actually a badly written script. Hollywood could do better. They have done better actually. The moon landing was a better
hold
script,
on a
honestly.
second. Hypothetical. The Dems had nothing to do with it. This is just a crazy dude.
Listen,
we need answers, right? We don't have the answers.
Okay, was Seth Rich?
They're gonna have to work together.
Was Seth Rich killed by a mugger?
The country doesn't go in another.
Who was Seth Rich, and why did the Democrats want Seth Rich dead? Why is Seth Rich dead? Why did the Democrats want Seth Rich dead? Who is Seth Rich, and what did he steal, and why did they want him dead?
We know why they wanted him dead.
Why? I mean, it's a good question. Why did the point is assassinations happen. Everybody knew that somebody was going to get a shot at somebody, whether it was one of the 3 candidates.
I knew there was going to be some crazy shit pop off.
Listen, it's definitely there's something very fake about this, man.
There's something very off, 100%.
100%. So when you were doing that lawyer talk, it really got me. I was like, okay, here we go.
But this one, to me, when you see the photos of Matthew Crook and you understand that this is the guy who would do the shooting, I mean, Derek Klebold or whatever, the guys from the Colorado high school massacre, there is a pattern with psychiatric medications, incels, M16A4s, and video games. I play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and I got to tell you, from somebody who has done a lot of, army, I'm down to play. Yeah, I love it. And my point is, it's so good that it's almost better than doing real work in the real world and when I watch other players play, they are so fast. It's like unfathomable. I'm like, these guys are flipping from weapon to weapon, sniper rifle to hammer. Like they are the most elite killers you've ever seen on this game. I can't even come close to beating them. They're insane. But my point is,
Here's the other this is the other option. The other option, Lou, is that this 20-year-old kid had the hypnosis power of Edmund, and basically no one could see him even though he was right there, and he just was able to like frolic around for hours. You know, like it's so fucking. It's so crazy.
You know what? Everybody's being so polite, and they're not discriminating.
I'm not taking the stance that this kid was like he was the shooter, the lone shooter, and mass and comp. Like I think 100% that there's like at least some NK Ultra. Like this kid was on the roof, and the way you could tell by the way he was moving, you could argue like he's insane, but like. He didn't seem to have any sort of urgency. Like he was.
I never saw a gun in the one video clip that we saw from the American public.
What?
I never saw a gun in the one video that was from someone's phone because the media was there, right? But all that video evidence, if you will, we haven't really seen any angles of that. That's the only one that we have to go off of. I haven't seen a gun. I've just heard about it.
Have you guys ever seen the movie In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood? And John Malkovich?
Yeah.
He plays the assassin in that movie.
Damn.
And he tells the Secret Service that he's gonna kill the president.
Dude, you got some great movie references.
Oh, you remember that movie though? I love that.
References. That's just like because.
Why? We're Americans. That's how we talk.
I know, but it gets too cryptic, and you know more about movies than most people in the room, so. I think that's where people are getting lost.
All right.
No, dude, nobody's getting lost, Brock. And are you part of the complaint gang or the gay gang?
No, I have a voice just like everybody else. Yeah, I haven't seen a gun, so. And that's what I was saying about the video earlier. So.
Well, what I wanted to say about that particular movie is that it's ahead of its time in that the way that the assassin does it is by wearing masks, which now we're all attuned to. You know, that's been
holy shit.
Our fellow.
You're saying that fucking chin, like Matthew Crooks the chin, is a mask?
Well, they've been prepping us for that too, haven't they? You've been seeing all this mask stuff on X, right?
Yeah.
So, if this is a highly coordinated CIA theatrical event, well, Mazel Tov. It was a perfect success, operational success. I'm sure when they did their after action ready review, they said, we fucked up over here, we fucked up over there, but nobody knows the difference.
I wish they did better. I think that I think 9/11 is a better job.
Well, 9/11, yeah. But like, okay,
I don't think
what they've done to
9/11 is their magnum opus.
Yeah, I mean, especially when WTC 7 falls by itself from office fires. I mean, impossible. How did they even get away with that explanation?
I know, but people are retarded, dude. That's what they know, too. That's why politicians are like low-rent actors.
Yeah.
Because you don't even have to be that good.
I mean, I just can't understand how any politician going into politics doesn't just make World Trade Center 7 the focus of his entire political campaign or her entire political campaign. Because it's just too hard to believe. And when you start talking about it, most people are like, what's WTC 7? I mean, like 80% of people have no idea that one of the largest... Well, that's because you're a faggot and an idiot.
Like someone ran into it in the early 90s or something, and that's the reason.
It's a massive skyscraper that housed the CIA, you idiot. It housed the CIA. It housed the National Emergency Response System. It housed banking corporations. The bankers and intelligence and military are all tied in together. I hate to tell you this. Who do you think banks want to recruit? They want killers. They want veterans.
Now, let's talk about this. There are real opposing teams, okay? And they are really vying for power. So you get different theatrics from different groups. That's a real thing.
Yeah.
They're not all together, for sure.
But we are still in the same country. So
Brock, are you going to go to the gym tonight and vote Trump? That's all I want to know. And why is the American flag blocking your fat face?
Excuse me?
I said, why is your PTR so juxtaposed? Why are you Down syndroming your PTR? Intentionally?
Oh, I was trying to focus more on the landscape than myself.
Oh, you wanted to. Oh, I see. So that's the foreground versus I got it. You're ugly.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's different. So it's vertical for one, and then when you do that in the frame, it kind of makes people say things like you just said. They're like, "Wow, this looks off."
Ooh, are you complaining? Is this the complaint gang? Is this the complaint gang?
You complaining about my PTR, bro?
Oh, you're right. I got caught up in the chain gang.
Are you, Lou, familiar with the works of Mozart?
No. What do you mean by familiar?
Yeah, like,
so what
you know
are you
the
guys
song.
suggesting? There we go. That'll tie things up. What are you suggesting is what are you saying? We should not be a democracy. We should vote third party.
No, he's suggesting that in Mozart Amadeus, the Freemasons killed Mozart.
Democracy is super gay.
Mozart was murdered because he published, guess what? Secret Masonic documents through his music.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it's called the Gnostic Mass. Maybe you've never heard of it.
Well, obviously I've never heard of it.
That's because you don't study the occult.
Yeah, you've read a book. Do you have a Nobel Peace Prize? And can you help our country?
Yes, nigga. Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatty.
Well, I'm listening. We're all listening to you. So what do you say is the solution?
Go to the gym and vote Trump, fatty.
Well, I mean, the first one.
I cancel my membership today.
Would be
Well, that's why America's falling apart, fatty.
Well, good thing I'm good till the 16th, and I'll change gyms.
Listen, fatty, you get responses for everything. Just stop being part of the complaint gang, and America's going to be fine.
Why did you get?
Why complain about anything?
Like you were very repulsed by the idea when I said democracy is gay.
I was repulsed.
Yeah, you were like, oh.
That was your.
This sounds like two gay men talking about gay democracy.
First off, I thought gay was a horrible word to use there. You could have said anything intellectual. And secondly, period. And secondly, it seems to be working just fine. We just need a little refinement. Sorry to reuse the fine word.
It's tyranny. It's tyranny. That's why we don't have a democratic government.
To the back of the bus, sir.
Okay, Fat. So look at the size of your dome in the lower left home. It's bigger than the mountain.
Like I feel like maybe I'm wrong. You think when I say democracy is gay that I want like authoritarian, like a dictator or something?
I don't know what you want. What do you want?
What Brock wants to tell you is that his head is bigger than the mountain and he knows everything. He's a smart guy. Oh, he's so genius. He's intellectual. He's an academic. He's a researcher. He reads books.
Yeah, let's hear the solution right now. We've all been here.
Go to the gym and vote Trump, fatty. Say it with me now. Go to the gym, vote Trump, fatty. Tiffany Sotheby is complete.
Provide the solution. It was already provided in the Constitution.
In the Constitution, I want to add an amendment, and we're going to call it the 37th Amendment. Go to the gym and vote Trump, fatty.
Diego, what was were you referencing what Chicago was talking about with Monroe?
When I was talking about Mozart, I was just going to try to say that what they teach you in school is that Mozart was a genius that wrote all this music by himself, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's an alternative theory about how these things go about, which is that it's a group of people using Mozart as the main guy, right? And they're competing to create content for the masses.
Yeah.
You know, by other groups that are trying to create better music. And that's an artistic rivalry. Well, the same thing applies to politics. Right now, Trump is the selected representative of a team of people, right? And it's the same thing. Like, people are telling me, like, oh, everyone has lost.
It's called the commission or the board of directors.
The election and the assassination are two separate things.
Well, no shit, Sherlock. Those are different words, nigga.
Okay, well, they keep spilling over into each other.
No, that's your gut spilling over your pants, fatso.
They're saying you don't believe in the great man theory of history. And I'm like, because while there are great men, they don't do it by themselves, man. Come on. It's teams of people. Like,
Yeah.
You know, it's like
Predators hunt in packs. Predators hunt in packs. Wolves are packs. This is a fact. This is primate intelligence at its finest. It's a commission. It's a board of directors. Trump, as the president, will be the board of directors of corporate America. Like, that's just what's happening here. And he survived an assassination attempt. We can play all the conspiracy theory games out all we want, but we know that Matthew Crooks is not some fucking patsy. He's a fucking sick, deranged loser, and he's fat and he's a faggot, just like Brock and a lot of other TDS faggots on this app.
Well, I asked my mom about the Reagan, and she was like, well, I think this one's a little bit worse. And she was like, at least we know the last dude was crazy and he was after that girl. We don't know anything. That's the problem. We know that, Claw.
I mean, you really think that, like, yes, the public doesn't know anything, but, like, you really think that they have no idea?
They know so much more than we do.
Well, right, exactly. So, if in a situation...
So does Diego. He's over there trying to suppress evidence.
In a situation where, like, we don't know anything, I mean, the public, it's intentional. They don't want... They're not gonna tell people.
Well,
I mean, look, we still, quote-unquote, don't have a motive of the alleged shooter in Vegas.
Right. So our government's fucked up. We know that. As a whole. Both sides.
I think that's more of the intelligence agencies, not really the government.
Solution, please. I haven't heard one from anyone talking in this room yet.
I don't know, like, exactly what you're asking.
Well, because that's Clubhouse. Like, everyone wants to talk about all the specifics, but no one wants to draw up I mean, you don't even have to be right, just a plan and just let's talk about it. And then
everybody want to be a bodybuilder, but nobody want to lift no heavy ass weights.
Yeah. The scientific process. Like, let's get to the end of it.
I would say if, in this context, the solution, you're going up against arguably an enemy. It is an enemy, and I think you need to understand your enemy before you attack them. So, I think, I mean, I don't know who the enemy, they're in control for sure.
Oh, I think you have an idea.
What if you say it like this? Because this is very diplomatic. So, drill, baby, drill. Okay, if you break that down. Okay, we have those resources. Okay, so we'll drill our own shit. And whatever effect that has on the rest of the world, we're not worried about it because our shit's fucked over here. So, that's what we're going to do. That's pretty much what that's like, if you take it in its literal sense, that's what that's saying. Yeah. So the nation's fucked. So we're supposed to be worried about everybody else. So we're the world police all the time. But then when we need a break, when we need a smoke break, we can't have one. Because why? Because we've always, or what is it? I don't know. Just a thought process.
I'm not following what you're saying.
Okay.
Look, all I'm saying is that, Lou, even when both sides are telling the truth, it's the truth told through perception and a framework. And that means it's not really the truth. It's a person's narrative. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess it depends on how you define truth. When you say the statement that both sides are telling the truth.
No, I'm saying even when they're using elements of the truth, they're not telling the truth because the way in which they select facts is disingenuous.
It is.
So it's like were there shooters? Maybe. But did it go down the way they're telling us? The classic
The classic lone wolf. Like, come on, dude.
It went down the way they're telling us at all. Like it's
Okay.
100%.
But
like I do not buy the story that this 20-year-old kid, just out of nowhere goes, buys a ladder, brings it to the fucking building, crawls up there. No
Oh,
one
dude,
stops
he
him.
buys a ladder and 50 rounds of ammunition.
Yeah.
They originally said at Home Depot, and you can't buy ammunition at Home Depot. We all know
But
that.
he bought-
But we
he bought the
also
ladder.
thought he would have bought it at Lowe's. I thought he would have bought it at Lowe's. It's a fucking joke, dude. We get it.
And then he went and practiced shooting, like every day of the week. And then what else? The last thing he did was he searched for things dealing with depression. And then I guess the last search was porn, right? So it was an incel.
Were his parents therapists, and he was bullied in high school?
Yep, yeah, that's what they're saying.
Yeah.
But you know what's really sad though, Lou, is the people that are usually based, and I include some of my friends that are not on the app. Like they're angry, man, that I'm even considering saying it's like not the way they're told. Well, it's like why are people so confident of what they're like of what it is? It's been like 120 hours.
Why are they unsure? Why are they unsure? I think is a better way to put it. Because the media is a little messed up.
Wait, so are they? When you say that they're upset that you don't take it the way that like they're being told, are they saying? Or are you saying that their belief is it's just full mass competence and the kid got up there?
Yeah. They think it's full mass incompetence, and I'm like,
they don't think it's.
I'm like, nah, man.
Job at all, like whether it's fake or not.
Dude, the fucking TSA would do a better job at security than this fucking the way that they're telling us it went down. Like, it's impossible. It's impossible, and the problem with the impossibility of it is, imagine this is the other part. This is always the uphill battle for the conspiracy theorists. Is like they're like, yeah, I can hear Evan's voice now going like, oh my god, how could so many people keep a secret? And it's like, dude,
he's so dumb with that stuff.
I know.
Like he doesn't. I don't get why he thinks like, dude, just look at like this is kind of a silly analogy, but just look at the FBI and the CIA and just look at the classified information. Like the fact that you have classified information implies directly that you don't need the whole fucking organization, everyone in the CIA, to know what the fuck is going on in order for it to work. Like he has no concept of like compartmentalization. That's a really frustrating thing with him. Like he's completely anti-conspiracy theorist, but like he doesn't. I don't know. He just like he assumes that like anytime, like for example with the Epstein thing, he assumes that every prisoner and every guard would have to be in on the plot and know what's going on in order for something shitty to happen, and that's just ridiculous.
Which is ironic because really he constantly accuses Trump of doing conspiracies. He just doesn't recognize that that's what he's accusing him of. Like when he says, "Oh, he was taking classified information," it's like, yeah. So you're saying that. Are you saying it was Trump just by himself? No, you're not. You're saying it's his whole team. Of course they're going to know what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's not going to carry the boxes out of the White House by himself. Someone's going to do it for him. So you do believe in conspiracies. But only when it's convenient for you. Of course conspiracies occur. Of course they do.
Yeah, he's one of those, I think he's not stupid though. I think
no.
With some time, as he gets a little bit older, he'll start to see. But he's one of those people where like he trusts the government investigating themselves. It's wild.
That's right. Isn't that like a meme? Like we've looked into it and we've determined that it's not true. Like, great.
Yeah, it's Anyways, he'll come to it on his own. He's the type of kid where like you're not
someone like Elon Musk should know that something shitty is up, and he instantly gave $45 million to Trump.
Well, I think, unless I haven't been on Twitter today, but I think he's basically alluded to the fact that he thinks it's an inside job to take him out.
Okay, well, we've got Trump, who's he had 34 counts. That's all good. We got Menendez, got gold bars in his pockets, and he's going to be running for Senate. I think that's kind of like the general consensus from everybody is like, how do you stop all of it, and can you, without a revolt? I don't think it. That should be more of the conversation. The unity thing, I know that's like on the Trump side, but that's really what genuinely needs to happen. I think everyone can agree on that.
They can get unity very quickly. They know exactly how they do that. Just look at 9/11.
That's very Diogenes.
And I also think that just typically over time, people say that when there's a Republican president in office, it means you're going to war. And you know what? I think we all also know from history that war is kind of necessary sometimes. So are we going to be a bitch? Is that what we are? We're a bitch, so we can just never go to war? Like, we can just never, or do the American people kind of just...
Okay, of course war is necessary sometimes, but that doesn't imply
Well, no, I'm just talking in general. I'm not saying any specific thing. I was just saying in general. So, that's my thing. Are people afraid? Is it a Republican thing? Is that what they think? Is this a misinformed public? Or do people actually read books?
You can't even be. It's very.
And that's what they're after. They're after the misinformed public. It's a freaking dude.
Sometimes war is necessary. That's why John joined the military. Psychological operation.
That's fine.
Isn't that right, John?
I don't really know that. I'm not of the opinion that in my lifetime, I was born in '91, that war has really ever been necessary. But I'm going with 9/11 being an inside job, so therefore.
I think it's necessary. I think there's just times where some people are more pussy than the others.
Oh, sure. Yeah. But I don't think that has anything to do with it. Why have we gone to war? What were the reasons when we've gone to war? That, I think, is really the thing to look at.
100%. Yeah. So I don't think that it's necessarily going to be a war. I just wanted to say that. Because I think that's what people think, and that's the scare tactic. It's we're going to war if we go this way. It's no, I don't think so.
People are recorded. We had no conflict for 4 years, very little, not none. And then, and I'm not saying this is all on Biden, but look at what's happened in the last 3. So the people that are fearful of war are the same ones that are saying send more money to Ukraine, send more money to Israel. They're brainwashed. They're brainwashed.
You're right. Look at what happened in World War I. What team did most of the world leaders that died during that war pertain to?
I don't know. I don't know history at all very well.
What did
America.
Told you? No, here, let me give you a list. Hold on. You'll find this out here.
Gio, come up.
I remember, the Nazi senior officers keep getting assassinated by someone, in the late middle phases.
We're talking about World War I. World War II is the sequel. So here, I'm just gonna post here on my
PTR here, so you can see a few of the
Austrian,
names.
Hungarian Empire, right?
There you have the commanders and leaders of the two sides, the two belligerents. Just, Lou, go ahead and go on Wikipedia and run some early life on those.
Alright. Austro-Hungarian people, right?
I would put 3 parentheses on either side of those names.
I don't know any of those names, so I'm out of this one.
What do you mean by 3 parentheses?
The Echoes. No? You're not familiar with the Echo naming convention?
I'm trying to remember exactly what it was, but I remember it. Yeah, I remember it being something with. What was it? Remind me real quick.
The naming convention for a group of people.
People hated aristocrats back then in World War I.
I did you the favor of underlining the names, the important names. But,
You there, Gio?
That's right.
Gio.
Let me ask a question.
I don't think he has a mic right now.
Have you ever heard the concept that World War II never ended? Never heard that one?
No.
I have.
Yeah. It's a strong theory.
Like the communist or has the big plan ongoing kind of.
Strong theory. So they have that. What's that group, Gio, where it's like the South Koreans and the Russians and all of those people meet? What's that one called?
The Axis of Evil.
What house is that?
See, it's called
DMD. Yeah, that's the line that separates. Yeah. No, there's like 5 or 6 countries, something like that.
Let me just interrupt here. Let's take a survey. Who here has Trump derangement syndrome?
Not me. You accused me of having JDS, but not TDS.
Yeah, you got JDS, but sometimes you slip into TDS. I just want to know who here has TDS, like confirmed. Who can honestly say here that they're not voting Trump, they hate Trump?
I'm not voting Trump.
You're not voting Trump?
Hell no.
Oh my God! What's wrong with you?
I love Trump.
But you're not going to vote for him?
I don't vote.
Why, you don't want to do jury? You don't want to do jury duty?
That's right.
Because that's honestly the only you do realize your vote means nothing. It's just a data gathering device to get you to go do jury duty against your fellow citizens.
Become a felon. I'm a praxeologist.
Yeah, keep making it up as you go along. Good luck with that.
What are y'all fighting?
We're not fighting. We're trying to shout down bad ideas and wastes of time.
Yeah. Johnny, go on mute. It's Gio's turn to talk.
Go ahead, Gio. Enlighten us about the South Korean economic innovations and revolution.
From South Korea.
Yes, yeah.
Well, the Prime Minister, Kim Bok-dong, he decided to implement very drastic measures. Everyone had to save and work hard for 20 years. They busted their asses, and it all paid off.
Who's got like the fan on?
There you go. He joined the room to do that.
Hi, Monsignor.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi,
Did you like what I was playing this morning, Monsignor? You must have been sleeping.
I was asleep. I'm sad that I missed it.
Well, I neurolinguistically programmed you while you were asleep.
When did you play?
I played, I can't remember. I'll have to go back to my Instagram from 12 hours ago.
How's the bank, Ryan? Have you merged with your partner?
Sorry, no gay talk and all the money in the world. It won't allow us to listen to gay talk. Sorry. This isn't a pride parade. That was last month. We're moving on to patriotic things like getting Donald Trump elected. Who here has TDS? Say it! I guess drinking out of an extra large Diet Coke from Wendy's. Oh, you said no?
I said no.
So you're voting for Trump? Brock, you're voting.
I'm proclaiming that right now.
Ooh, we have a real man.
He doesn't get assassinated.
Okay, you've lost your LGBTQ title. You are now a MAGA-ite. You are a Trumpomaniac.
I'm a proponent for LGBTQ plus minus whatever the rest of it is.
What?
The G splitting off.
Huh?
And I think that would be a smart move.
What? Ew. 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 Brother, ew.
Come out of the closet after that.
Brother, ew. 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 Brother, ew. Brother, ew.
But I think they're lumping everybody in and they're trying to pull voters. I mean, that's what's happening. But, like, if you talk to a gay guy, they don't necessarily agree with the LMNOP part of it. Like, some of them. So, like, just split off and make your own thing. Y'all can do that.
What? Jesus, Brock, you are one fucking faggot. Let me tell you. What happened to you? What went wrong in your life?
Well, it sounds like you got kicked in the throat, so, right.
Oh, what a shame.
Okay, I'm done.
No, go to the gym and vote Trump, fatty. This is where you say, I'm gonna vote Trump. I already told you. And I'll go to the gym. I'll reactivate my membership, Tiffany. Alright, you're right, Tiff. Tiff gives you the best advice. You're right. Vote Trump and go to the gym. What else is there?
Can we make this conversation great again?
Do you guys want to listen to Network again? About the assassination attempt?
No, I want to listen to Ryan because I haven't seen him in a while. Or Princessia. I haven't heard from her either.
Princessia is stuffing her face with falafel.
Typical.
She's like, no, that's not happening. Let's see, Princessia, can you do us a favor, Princess Nora, and post like a new exclusive PTR photo for all the money in the world for Diego, because, you know, his life is a lot more boring than mine. I get laid. He just like has to lick that clit, but I get everything. So what's that like, Diego, being a housewife?
Look, it's better to be a housewife than a house nigger.
Ooh. The rabbi didn't even need to be here. You know, you guys are really absorbing the rabbi. It's unbelievable. His teachings are really, really getting through to you, gentlemen.
Well, I can't wait to see what the Dems have to offer. Following that one, too.
You said you can't wait to see what the Democrats have to offer at the DNC?
Yeah, they're talking about changing the Biden thing.
Jesus Christ, you are so gay.
Diego, what did you think of that? I don't know what he did, psychic or whatever. I'm not really in all that shit. But the guy that, like, I don't know, it was months ago, allegedly claimed he had a vision and basically like laid out what happened with Trump.
Yeah, it's all hindsight bias. If anybody says they predicted that shit, they're schizophrenic retards.
Well, no, but the video was posted like months ago.
Well, of course people are going to make assassination videos.
No, but he said literally, like, he said, you know, there's going to be an attempt on his life. I saw him stand up holding his beer. I'm not saying I believe
How many people are on this world? Like, that's not anybody could do.
Yeah. All communicate. Do I have to say it? All communication is hypnosis,
Every 4
sucker?
years, I'm like, someone's going to assassinate his ass because half of the people don't agree with them. And there's going to be one crazy person that just fucking tries some shit.
I've never heard that before.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't. You're right.
You just disregarded the whole idea of him like getting hit in the left ear.
I don't think well, that they start talking.
Lou, have you heard me do my psychic readings about love? I mean, it's just content. What makes you think that this psychic, even if his prediction was true, what's the fucking point, bro? Are you just trying to say that some psychics, they hit it on 10 out of 10? Like, what's your point?
I don't know what to think of it. That's why I was asking what you guys thought of it.
Jesus Christ.
I don't believe in that shit, so
We need answers. Tell Cheetle to get on the mic. We'll put everybody on the mic, and then we'll get to the bottom of this, yeah? No, we won't. It's gonna end in a stalemate. It'll be a stalemate.
Don't get to the bottom of the bucket or the extra large cheese pizzas. Save a little for tomorrow. It's called leftovers. It's called conservation. Conserve, Brock. You're overdoing it.
Does anybody else have to be up at 9 a.m. on a Saturday for a meeting? Anyone in the room?
What kind of meeting, Brock?
Bueller.
What kind of meeting, Brock?
To judge volleyball.
Wow, that sounds super gay. Super. Go hang out at a park afterwards where all the kids play. Just go walk around and look at them. Have fun.
Well, apparently people look up to me because I'm
Really?
higher than them. Yeah. I'm above
Do you tell them you should look up to me?
Oh, they're like, they will not cross me.
Oh shit, you demand respect on that name. Wow.
That's right.
Damn, give respect, get respect, keep it going. Yeah, Brock.
Raising this nation.
Wow, one kid at a time. Congratulations, Mr.
One
LGBTQ.
volleyball game at a time.
Wow, one bad coach, one bad ref at a time till total disaster.
And you're out of here.
You're out of here. You're out of here, kid. You're off the court.
Never done that.
Flagrant foul. You're out of here,
Everybody the
kid.
benefit of the doubt.
Wow.
One red card and that bitch was crazy.
Wow, what a man. Why don't you make a movie about it, Brock?
Wait, what constitutes like a red? Is it just like talking shit to you?
It depends like how thick your skin is as a person.
Ooh.
So I think I let people push me around a little too much. I'm a little bit more lenient. So like people like have as far as curse words, and I'm like, dude, ass, shit, damn, fuck, hell, or what. You're not gonna holler expletives at me across the court, but also I think fuck constitutes a red card. Like that's the line. That's where I draw it. Never had that happen. It happened a different way. So I don't know. You gotta feel it out. And when it's directed at you, I think that's totally different than just talking shit like on a team level. Yeah, they're like, you're a fucking retard. I had that happen to me. And that was a fan though. So that's a little different.
A fan? You have a fan that called you a retard? I'm pretty sure that's not a fan. That's a troll hater, Brock. Don't you know the difference anymore?
He was a drunk dad. He snuck alcohol into the event and apparently had a little too much to say. So I had to take my index finger and point it at him real hard.
Ooh.
And he took his own fingers and zipped his own mouth. And I was like, yeah, bitch.
Are you referencing think, no, dare, do, be silent?
I don't know what that is. Enlighten me, sir.
It's a magical motto of the OTO, which is the Ordo Templi Orientis, aka Aleister Crowley's Church of Fatima.
Well, I shall read that at my next opportunity, if you will Snapchat it to me.
It is the law of man, the rights of man. to do as thou wilt, to think as thou wilt, to love as thou wilt, to troll as thou wilt. Praxeology is at the essence of all occult manifestation. Praxeology is the way. Praxeology is the philosophy of the gods. Praxeology is what causes high IQ. Praxeology is what will save humanity. Tiffany Sotheby is complete.
Don't cry on me.
Who your baby daddy? Who your baby daddy? Who your baby daddy?
Would never be ran by a woman.
Ryan, how are you?
Amazing, how are you?
I'm doing good. Did
Is
you
that,
hear
is
about
that
my
like?
job?
Oh, what happened?
So it went well. She was cute. There's only 4 people that work there. I would be the 5th. And then they said, yeah, we love you. You're gonna have to talk to
They
the
said
owner.
your employer already told you that they love you? Wow!
She's like, yeah, so you're great. And she's like, you're gonna have to either talk to the VP of sales or the owner of the whole company. She's like, I don't know which one it's gonna be, but it's gonna be one of them.
Ooh.
So that doesn't mean it's in the bag, but it just means things are looking up.
Brock, do you know how to stay humble and say yes, sir, no, sir, no, excuse, sir?
That's correct. And they said that their core values are, the first thing out of her mouth was Bible. I was like, oh shit, I got this.
Oh shit.
Things are working up. Yeah, for the values are aligned.
What do they do?
I'm just shooting people and putting like arch supports on their foot so they can help all their problems. We got different
Arch supports on their foot?
Yeah, you can't get out the door.
I'm trying to follow the conversation here. What is Arch Shabbats on the foot?
It's $2,000 where you can walk out that door right now. Or I got a $4,000 package. What's your quality of life looking like?
Oh, I see. The whiskey's got you. Okay, my work here is complete.
Oh my god, I'm getting a phone call. Hold on. That's good.
All right, well, this conversation has been fascinating, but I just want to remind everyone to vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties.
What?
That includes you, Princessia. You too, Monsignor. Brock, Ape.
Hello?
Hello, everyone. This is Tiffany Sotheby, and I just want to say vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties. I hope I was succinct, and I am complete. This is Tiffany Sotheby. Who's here? Are you there? Well, I see you have the N-word in the title, so I just want to address my fellow niggas and say to go to the gym and vote Trump, fatties. Thank you very little. This is Tiffany Sotheby. I am complete. I hope I was succinct. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Is this thing on? Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello? Alright, I'll just say it one more time. Vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties.
Oh, that was a good one.
I don't know. These people are all sleeping or in a deep hypnosis. I can't tell.
I don't see the room or I'd go and crash the party too.
What do you mean? You're here right now.
No, there's another room.
No, there's you're in the Clown Podcast, and then I'm in Trump supporters' house or field N-words.
I can't.
You can do this. You can do this. You got this, girl. You got this, girl. You can do it. That's what they told Matthew Crooks.
1.
What's your
The
new
book.
song, The Beads and Weeds?
This book was dictated in Cairo between noon and 1 p.m. on 3 successive days, April 8th, 9th, and 10th in the year of 1904. The author called himself Aiwas and claimed to be the minister of Hur-Par Krat, that is, a messenger from the forces ruling this earth at present, as will be explained later on. How could he prove that he was, in fact, a being of a kind superior to any of the human race, and so entitled to speak with authority? Evidently, he must show knowledge and power, such as no man has ever been known to possess. He showed his knowledge chiefly by the use of cipher or cryptogram in certain passages to set forth recondite facts, including some events which had yet to take place, such that no human being could possibly be aware of them. Thus, the proof of his claim exists in the manuscript itself. It is independent of any human witness. The study of these passages necessarily demands supreme human scholarship to interpret. It needs years of intense application. A great deal has still to be worked out, but enough has been discovered to justify his claim. The most skeptical intelligence is compelled to admit its truth. This matter is best studied under the Master Therion, whose years of arduous research have led him to enlightenment. On the other hand, the language of most of the book is admirably simple, clear, and vigorous. No one can read it without being stricken in the very core of his being. The more than human power of Aiwas is shewn by the influence of his master and of the book upon actual events, and history fully supports the claim made by him. These facts are appreciable by everyone, but are better understood with the help of the Master Therion. The full detailed account of the events leading up to the dictation of this book, with facsimile reproduction of the manuscript and an essay by the Master Therion, is published in The Equinox of the Gods. 2. The Universe. This book explains the universe. The elements are Nuit, space, that is, the total of possibilities of every kind, and Hadith, any point which has experience of these possibilities. This idea is, for literary convenience, symbolized by the Egyptian goddess Nuit, a woman bending over like the arch of the night sky. Hadith is symbolized as a winged globe at the heart of Nuit. Every event is a uniting of some one monad with one of the experiences possible to it. Every man and every woman is a star, that is, an aggregate of such experiences, constantly changing with each fresh event, which affects him or her either consciously or subconsciously. Each one of us has thus a universe of his own, but it is the same universe for each one as soon as it includes all possible experience. This implies the extension of consciousness to include all other consciousness. In our present stage, the object that you see is never the same as the one I see. We infer that it is the same because your experience tallies with mine on so many points that the actual differences of our observation are negligible. For instance, if a friend is walking between us, you see only his left side, I see his right. But we agree that it is the same man, although we may differ not only as to what we may see of his body, but as to what we know of his qualities. This conviction of identity grows stronger as we see him more often and get to know him better. Yet all the time, neither of us can know anything of him at all, beyond the total impression made on our respective minds. The above is an extremely crude attempt to explain a system which reconciles all existing schools of philosophy. 3. The Law of Thelema. This book lays down a simple code of conduct. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law, love under will. There is no law beyond do what thou wilt. This means that each of us stars is to move on our own true orbit, as marked out by the nature of our position, the law of our growth, the impulse of our past experiences. All events are equally lawful, and every one necessary in the long run. For
nigga, open up your ears.
But in practice, only one act is lawful for each one of us.
No, go to the gym and vote Trump, fatty.
Therefore, duty consists in determining to experience the right event from one moment of consciousness to another. Each action or emotion is an act of love,
the uniting with one or another part of Nuit. Each such act must be under will, chosen so as to fulfill and not to thwart the true nature of the being concerned. The technical methods of achieving this are to be studied in magic, or acquired by personal instruction from the Master Therion and his appointed assistants. 4. The New Eon. The third chapter of the book is difficult to understand and may be very repugnant to many people born before the date of the book, April 1904. It tells us the characteristics of the period on which we are now entered. Superficially, they appear appalling. We see some of them already with terrifying clarity. But fear not. It explains that certain vast stars or aggregates of experience may be described as gods. One of these is in charge of the destinies of this planet for periods of 2,000 years. In the history of the world, as far as we know accurately, are 3 such gods. Isis, the mother, when the universe was conceived as simple nourishment drawn directly from her. This period is marked by matriarchal government. Next, beginning 500 BC, Osiris, the father, when the universe was imagined as catastrophic, love, death, resurrection, as the method by which experience was built up. This corresponds to patriarchal systems. Now, Horus, the child, in which we come to perceive events as a continual growth partaking in its elements of both these methods, and not to be overcome by circumstance. This present period involves the recognition of the individual as the unit of society. We realize ourselves as explained in the first paragraphs of this essay. Every event, including death, is only one more accretion to our experience, freely willed by ourselves from the beginning and therefore also predestined. This god, Horus, has a technical title, Heru-Ra-Ha, a combination of twin gods, Ra-Hur-Quit and Hur-Par-Krat. The meaning of this doctrine must be studied in magic. He is symbolized as a hawk-headed god enthroned. He rules the present period of 2,000 years, beginning in 1904. Everywhere his government is taking root. Observe for yourselves the decay of the sense of sin, the growth of innocence and irresponsibility, the strange modifications of the reproductive instinct with a tendency to become bisexual or epicene, the childlike confidence in progress combined with nightmare fear of catastrophe, against which we are yet half unwilling to take precautions. Consider the outcrop of dictatorships, only possible when moral growth is in its earliest stages, and the prevalence of infantile cults like communism, fascism, pacifism, health crazes, occultism in nearly all its forms, religions sentimentalized to the point of practical extinction. Consider the popularity of the cinema.
Hi, Cherry. I hate to interrupt. I just want to say vote Trump and go to the gym, fatties. That's right. Go to the gym and vote Trump.
The wireless, the football pools and guessing competitions, all devices for soothing fractious infants. No seed of purpose in them. Consider sport, the babyish enthusiasms and rages which it excites, whole nations disturbed by disputes between boys. Consider war, the atrocities which occur daily and leave us unmoved and hardly worried. We are children. How this new eon of Horus will develop, how the child will grow up, these are for us to determine, growing up ourselves in the way of the law of Thelema, under the enlightened guidance of the Master Therion. 5. The next step. Democracy daughters. Ferocious fascism, cackling communism, equally frauds, cavort crazily all over the globe. They are hemming us in. They are abortive births of the child, the new eon of Horus. Liberty stirs once more in the womb of time. Evolution makes its changes by anti-socialistic ways. The abnormal man who foresees the trend of the times and adapts circumstance intelligently is laughed at, persecuted, often destroyed by the herd. But he and his heirs, when the crisis comes, are survivors. Above us today hangs a danger never yet paralleled in history. We suppress the individual in more and more ways. We think in terms of the herd. War no longer kills soldiers, it kills all indiscriminately. Every new measure of the most democratic and autocratic governments is communistic in essence. It is always restriction. We are all treated as imbecile children. DORA, the Shops Acts, the motoring laws, Sunday suffocation, the censorship. They won't trust us to cross the roads at will. Fascism is like communism, and dishonest into the bargain. The dictators suppress all art, literature, theater, music, news that does not meet their requirements. Yet the world only moves by the light of genius. The herd will be destroyed in mass. The establishment of the law of Thelema is the only way to preserve individual liberty and to assure the future of the race. In the words of the famous paradox of the Comte de Phoenix, the absolute rule of the state shall be a function of the absolute liberty of each individual will. All men and women are invited to cooperate with the Master Therion in this, the great work. O.M. Liber al vel legis, subfigura 220, as delivered by 93 equals 418 to 666.
Record safe and secure. So just like how the internet changed how we talk and share things,
the manifestation of the wheat, the unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman is a star. Every infinite. There is no difference. Help me, O warrior lord of Thebes, in my unveiling before the children of men. Be thou Hadit, my secret center, my heart and my tongue. Behold, it is revealed by Iwas, the minister of Hurapar Krat. The cobs is in the coup, not the coup in the cobs. Worship then the cobs, and behold my light shed over you. Let my servants be few and secret, they shall rule many and the known. These are fools that men adore, both their gods and their men are fools. Come forth, O children, under the stars, and take your fill of love. I am above you and in you. My ecstasy is in yours. My joy is to see your joy. Above the gemmed azure is the naked splendor of Nuit. She bends in ecstasy to kiss the secret ardors of Hadid. The winged globe, the starry blue, are mine, O Ankh of Nakansu. Now ye shall know that the chosen priest and apostle of infinite space is the prince priest of the beast, and in his woman, called the Scarlet Woman, is all power given. They shall gather my children into their fold. They shall bring the glory of the stars into the hearts of men. For he is ever a sun, and she a moon. But to him is the winged secret flame, and to her the stooping starlight. But ye are not so chosen. Burn upon their brows, O splendorous serpent. O azure-lidded woman, bend upon them. The key of the rituals is in the secret word which I have given unto him. With the god and the adorer I am nothing. They do not see me. They are as upon the earth. I am heaven, and there is no other god than me and my lord Hadid. Now, therefore, I am known to ye by my name Nuit, and to him by a secret name which I will give him when at last he knoweth me. Since I am infinite space, and the infinite stars thereof, do ye also thus. Bind nothing. Let there be no difference made among you between any one thing and any other thing, for thereby cometh hurt. But whoso availeth in this, let him be the chief of all. I am the wheat, and my word is 6 and 50. Divide, add, multiply, and understand. Then saith the prophet and slave of the beauteous one, Who am I, and what shall be the sign? So she answered him, bending down, a lambent flame of blue, all touching, all penetrant, her lovely hands upon the black earth, and her lithe body arched for love, and her soft feet not hurting the little flowers. Thou knowest, and the sign shall be my ecstasy, the consciousness of the continuity of existence, the omnipresence of my body. Then the priest answered and said unto the queen of space, kissing her lovely brows, and the dew of her light bathing his whole body in a sweet-smelling perfume of sweat, O Nuit, continuous one of heaven, let it be ever thus, that men speak not of thee as one, but as none, and let them speak not of thee at all, since thou art continuous. None breathe the light, faint and fairy, of the stars and two. For I am divided for love's sake, for the chance of union. This is the creation of the world, that the pain of division is as nothing, and the joy of dissolution all. For these fools of men and their woes care not thou at all. They feel little. What is balanced by weak joys. But ye are my chosen ones. Obey my prophet. Follow out the ordeals of my knowledge. Seek me only. Then the joys of my love will redeem ye from all pain. This is so. I swear it by the vault of my body, by my sacred heart and tongue, by all I can give, by all I desire of ye all. Then the priest fell into a deep trance or swoon, and said unto the Queen of Heaven, Write unto us the ordeals, write unto us the rituals, write unto us the law. But she said, The ordeals I write not, the rituals shall be half known and half concealed. The law is for all. This that thou writest is the threefold book of law. My scribe Ankof Nakansu, the priest of the princes, shall not in one letter change this book, but lest there be folly, he shall comment thereupon by the wisdom of Ra Huarkuit. Also the mantras and the spells, the obeya and the wanga, the work of the wand and the work of the sword, these he shall learn and teach. He must teach, but he may make severe the ordeals. The word of the law is Thelema. Who calls us Thelemites will do no wrong if he look but close into the word. For there are therein three grades, the hermit, and the lover, and the man of earth. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The word of sin is restriction. O man, refuse not thy wife if she will. O lover, if thou wilt, depart. There is no bond that can unite the divided but love. All else is a curse. Accursed be it to the eons. Hell. Let it be that state of manyhood bound and loathing, so that with thy all thou hast no right but to do thy will. Do that, and no other shall say nay. For pure will, unassuaged of purpose, delivered from the lust of result, is every way perfect. The perfect and the perfect are one perfect, and not two. Nay, are none. Nothing is a secret key of this law. 61 the Jews call it. I call it 8, 80, 418. But they have the half. Unite by thine art so that all disappear. My prophet is a fool with his one. Are not they the ox, and none by the book? Abrogate are all rituals, all ordeals, all words and signs. Ra Huarkuit hath taken his seat in the east at the equinox of the gods, and let Asar be with Isa, who are also one. But they are not of me. Let Asar be the adorant, Isa the sufferer, Hur in his secret name and splendor is the Lord initiating. There is a word to say about the hierophantic task. Behold, there are three ordeals in one, and it may be given in three ways. The gross must pass through fire. Let the fine be tried in intellect, and the lofty chosen ones in the highest. Thus ye have star in star, system in system. Let not one know well the other. There are 4 gates to one palace. The floor of that palace is of silver and gold. Lapis lazuli and jasper are there, and all rare scents, jasmine and rose, and the emblems of death. Let him enter in turn or at once the 4 gates. Let him stand on the floor of the palace. Will he not sink? Ho, warrior, if thy servant sink. But there are means and means. Be goodly therefore, dress ye all in fine apparel, eat rich foods, and drink sweet wines and wines that foam. Also take your fill and will of love as ye will, when, where, and with whom ye will, but always unto me. If this be not aright, If ye confound the space marks, saying, they are one, or saying, they are many, if the ritual be not ever unto me, then expect the direful judgments of Ra-Hura Kuit. This shall regenerate the world, the little world, my sister, my heart and my tongue, unto whom I send this kiss. Also, O scribe and prophet, though thou be of the princes, it shall not assuage thee nor absolve thee, but ecstasy be thine and joy of earth, ever to me, to me. Change not as much as the style of a letter, for behold, thou, O prophet, shalt not behold all these mysteries hidden therein. The child of thy bowels, he shall behold them. Expect him not from the east, nor from the west, for from no expected house cometh that child. All words are sacred, and all prophets true, save only that they understand a little. Solve the first half of the equation, leave the second unattacked. But thou hast all in the clear light, and some, though not all, in the dark. Invoke me under my stars. Love is the law, love under will. Nor let the fools mistake love, for there are love and love. There is the dove and there is the serpent. Choose ye well. He, my prophet, hath chosen, knowing the law of the fortress, and the great mystery of the house of God. All these old letters of my book are aright, but Sadi is not the star. This also is secret. My prophet shall reveal it to the wise. I give unimaginable joys on earth, certainty, not faith, while in life. Upon death, peace unutterable, rest, ecstasy, nor do I demand aught in sacrifice. My incense is of resinous woods and gums, and there is no blood therein, because of my hair, the trees of eternity. My number is 11, as all their numbers who are of us. The five-pointed star with a circle in the middle, and the circle is red. My color is black to the blind, but the blue and gold are seen of the seeing. Also I have a secret glory for them that love me. But to love me is better than all things. If under the night stars in the desert thou presently burnest mine incense before me, invoking me with a pure heart and the serpent flame therein, thou shalt come a little to lie in my bosom. For one kiss wilt thou then be willing to give all, but whoso gives one particle of dust shall lose all in that hour. Ye shall gather goods and store of women and spices. Ye shall wear rich jewels. Ye shall exceed the nations of the earth in splendor and pride, but always in the love of me, and so shall ye come to my joy. I charge you earnestly to come before me in a single robe and covered with a rich headdress. I love you. I yearn to you. Pale or purple, veiled or voluptuous, I who am all pleasure and purple and drunkenness of the innermost sense, desire you. Put on the wings and arouse the coiled splendor within you. Come unto me. At all my meetings with you shall the priestess say, and her eyes shall burn with desire as she stands bare and rejoicing in my secret temple. To me, calling forth the flame of the hearts of all in her love chant. Sing the rapturous love song unto me. Burn to me perfumes. Wear to me jewels. Drink to me, for I love you. I love you. I am the blue-lidded daughter of sunset. I am the naked brilliance of the voluptuous night sky. To me, the manifestation of Nuit is at an end. Chapter 2. Nu, the hiding of Hadith. Come, all ye and learn.
Any group wants to protect their own. At the end of the fucking day, if there is an ability for insert identity group A to protect a member of their own from consequences, they generally will. We are not the society we were in the post-World War II era, where ethics and integrity reigned, and Grandpa would take the grandson down to the courthouse to turn himself in because that's the right thing that you do. Yeah, Grandpa would pay for the attorney, but they'd take you in and you would go admit what you did. We are not a society that pushes that value anymore. And anybody who thinks we are... Okay, can I finish? Can I finish what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, the blacks protect themselves, so we, the Hispanics, can. Well, the Hispanics protect themselves, so we, the white people, can. Well, the straight people protect themselves, so we, the gay people, can. And everybody wants the system that is leveraged to the best way possible for them. Now, I'm not saying this is everyone, but this is the cultural normative that we have built in the last 10 to 15 years in this country. And the younger generation has been instilled with, frankly, I consider this to be, lack of integrity, lack of moral bullshit, in my own opinion, where they're just not looking for it. So if the option is, hey, everybody's going to be held to account. White, black, Asian, gay, Chinese, fine. Everybody's fine with that idea until the next person arrested is part of their group. And then it is, how can we leverage to get our guy off? And every fucking micro community in this country does this. And so you end up with, okay, well, the black community just made a big hubbub and they got a black guy off. So now the Hispanic community is going to make a big hubbub and get a Hispanic guy off. And nobody's really going, everyone should be held equally accountable. It's, hey, I want to be able to skirt the law and the rules and do what I want, just like everybody else is skirting the law and the rules. And you have both of those ends of the spectrum. You can say
no one can read it without being stricken at the very core of his being.
And fuck it, we're all going to try to milk
the more than human power of Iowas is shewn by the influence of his master and of the book upon actual events, and history fully supports the claim made by him. These facts are appreciable by everyone, but are better understood with the help of the Master Therion. The full detailed account of the events leading up to the dictation of this book, with facsimile reproduction of the manuscript and an essay by the Master Therion, is published in The Equinox of the Gods. 2. The Universe. This book explains the universe, the elements on Nuit, space, that is, the total of possibilities of every kind, and Hadith, any point which has experience of these possibilities. This idea is, for literary convenience, symbolized by the Egyptian goddess Nuit, a woman bending over like the arch of the night sky. Hadith is symbolized as a winged globe at the heart of Nuit. Every event is a uniting of some one monad with one of the experiences possible to it. Every man and every woman is a star. That is, an aggregate of such experiences, constantly changing with each fresh event, which affects him or her either consciously or subconsciously. Each one of us has thus a universe of his own, but it is the same universe for each one as soon as it includes all possible experience. This implies the extension of consciousness to include all other consciousness. In our present stage, the object that you see is never the same as the one I see. We infer that it is the same because your experience tallies with mine on so many points that the actual differences of our observation are negligible. For instance, if a friend is walking between us, you see only his left side, I see his right. But we agree that it is the same man, although we may differ not only as to what we may see of his body, but as to what we know of his qualities. This conviction of identity grows stronger as we see him more often and get to know him better. Yet all the time, neither of us can know anything of him at all, beyond the total impression made on our respective minds. The above is an extremely crude attempt to explain a system which reconciles all existing schools of philosophy.
Social media has a lot of ADHD.
The Law of Thelema. This book lays down a simple code of conduct. What thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will. There is no law beyond do what thou wilt. This means that each of us stars is to move on our own true orbit, as marked out by the nature of our position, the law of our growth, the impulse of our past experiences. All events are equally lawful, and every one necessary in the long run for all of us, in theory. But in practice, only one act is lawful for each one of us at any given moment. Therefore, duty consists in determining to experience the right event from one moment of consciousness to another. Each action or emotion is an act of love, the uniting with one or another part of Nuit. Each such act must be under will, chosen so as to fulfill and not to thwart the true nature of the being concerned. The technical methods of achieving this are to be studied in magic, or acquired by personal instruction from the Master Therion and his appointed assistants. 4. The New Eon. The third chapter of the book is difficult to understand and may be very repugnant to many people born before the date of the book, April 1904. It tells us the characteristics of the period on which we are now entered. Superficially, they appear appalling. We see some of them already with terrifying clarity. But fear not. It explains that certain vast stars or aggregates of experience may be described as gods. One of these is in charge of the destinies of this planet for periods of 2,000 years. In the history of the world, as far as we know accurately, are 3 such gods. Isis, the mother, when the universe was conceived as simple nourishment drawn directly from her. This period is marked by matriarchal government. Next, beginning 500 BC, Osiris, the father, when the universe was imagined as catastrophic, love, death, resurrection, as the method by which experience was built up. This corresponds to patriarchal systems. Now, Horus, the child, in which we come to perceive events as a continual growth partaking in its elements of both these methods, and not to be overcome by circumstance. This present period involves the recognition of the individual as the unit of society. We realize ourselves as explained in the first paragraphs of this essay. Every event, including death, is only one more accretion to our experience, freely willed by ourselves from the beginning and therefore also predestined. This god, Horus, has a technical title, Heru-Ra-Ha, a combination of twin gods, Ra-Hur-Quit and Hur-Par-Krat. The meaning of this doctrine must be studied in magic. He is symbolized as a hawk-headed god enthroned. He rules the present period of 2,000 years, beginning in 1904. Everywhere his government is taking root. Observe for yourselves the decay of the sense of sin, the growth of innocence and irresponsibility, the strange modifications of the reproductive instinct with a tendency to become bisexual or epicene, the childlike confidence in progress combined with nightmare fear of catastrophe, against which we are yet half unwilling to take precautions. Consider the outcrop of dictatorships, only possible when moral growth is in its earliest stages, and the prevalence of infantile cults like communism, fascism, pacifism, health crazes, occultism in nearly all its forms, religions sentimentalized to the point of practical extinction. Consider the popularity of the cinema, the wireless, the football pools and guessing competitions, all devices for soothing fractious infants, no seed of purpose in them. Consider sport, the babyish enthusiasms and rages which it excites, whole nations disturbed by disputes between boys. Consider war, the atrocities which occur daily and leave us unmoved and hardly worried. We are children. How this new eon of Horus will develop, how the child will grow up, these are for us to determine, growing up ourselves in the way of the law of the Lima, under the enlightened guidance of the Master Therion. 5. The next step. Democracy daughters. Ferocious fascism, cackling communism, equally frauds, cavort crazily all over the globe. They are hemming us in. They are abortive births of the child, the new eon of Horus. Liberty stirs once more in the womb of time. Evolution makes its changes by anti-socialistic ways. The abnormal man who foresees the trend of the times and adapts circumstance intelligently is laughed at, persecuted, often destroyed by the herd. But he and his heirs, when the crisis comes, are survivors.